Diego. We're going to give these young athletes the support and the love and respect they deserve for risking inside the cage, and a big hats off to all our veterans in the crowd tonight. We love you, USA, and we love our armed forces. Let's give it up.
You posted already?
Hi, my name is Ray Malado. I'm with Malado Designs. We sponsor Epic Fighting. We've been sponsoring for about 6 years, and you know we do all the apparel for the fighters, the promo girls, ring girls. We've been doing it, for a long time. We do embroidery, silk screening, and you can find us online on MaladoDesigns.com, or you can just give us a call at 619-628-0510.
We're out here at Epic 40, here at the Sheraton 4 Points, with Epic Fighting and King Amanpour and Associates, your car and motorcycle injury lawyers located downtown San Diego, 619-333-3333. Remember the number. Hopefully you never need us, but if you do, give us a call. Attorney King.
I'm Dennis Morgan with Genesis Recovery, and we've been sponsoring this event for over 3 years. And we just love bringing our community of people to this event, and we just love it. I've been fighting. You can find us at genesisrecovery.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to our live feed on Facebook. We are here in beautiful San Diego, California at the 4 Point Sheraton for Epic 42. This is going to be an incredible night of fights. As always, we have 8 fights tonight, and it's going to be a packed house, crazy night, incredible showing of talent and experience. To my left, I have Juliana the Killer Miller. She is currently 7-0. She is the California State Champion, and she's making her pro MMA debut on June 9th. What's going on, Juliana? How are we doing today?
I'm excited to be here. You know, I love amateur fights because this thing is everyone's hungry, and you haven't made it yet. You haven't made it until you're pro, and then once you're there, you've still got so far to go. But all the amateurs just come out ready to fight and scrap, and it's just really exciting.
I know, I talk about that all the time, how it's so exciting here, because even though it's amateur, it doesn't matter. These fighters, this is where everybody starts. Everybody in San Diego, anybody who's somebody that fights out of San Diego or Southern California for that matter, always comes through Epic. They always fight in the Epic cage. This is where it all starts. This is where it all begins.
It's your first time feeling that real adrenaline rush, and it's your time to just go for it. So you really see all kinds of crazy things, spinning kicks. Really exciting.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So talk to me a little bit about you and your time in here in the Epic cage. Talk to me a little bit about what that was like for you. Was your first fight in the Epic cage?
Yes, sir, it was. It was beautiful and scary. Probably the scariest thing I've ever done was walking into this octagon for the first time. But this is the best place to start from all over California, and Epic really gives the opportunity for everyone to go in there and get their scrap on and just have fun.
Yeah, and you know what? You haven't just fought with Epic, right? I mean, we were talking earlier, you fought in Tijuana, you fought in what are some other events that you fought for?
I fought in San Jose, my last event when I won the California State Championship. I fought on the Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz 3 undercard. It was really exciting.
Oh, that's right, you did fight in the undercard of that
Golden Boys.
That Golden Boy card.
It was crazy. It was really awesome. I was in the red corner with Chuck, so I got to talk to him the most, and really just hearing his experiences over the past 30-so years of his career, and just hearing some advice from him and learning from the best.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, stand by because these fighters are ready, as you see on the big screen. They're ready to go. They're ready to walk out. We're going to get this going here any second. Thanks again for tuning in. We're following you guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, I have it right here in front of me. So Juliana's going to be here for a couple fights. We have a couple other people coming in, some guests, some guest commentators, Shane, the War Rhino Crutchin. We have Harvey Castellano, the matchmaker extraordinaire, who's going to sit in for a couple fights. So thank you very much for tuning in, and stand by. These fights will be on in a second.
Tell Carlos we're on. Tell Carlos we're on.
Look at Carlos Kramer. Such a handsome guy. That guy's an incredible announcer.
The best announcer in the world.
You know, he travels so much.
Yeah.
Travels so much.
Excitingly, I actually got offered a fight with Brave.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we were thinking of taking it, but it was in Canada. So we decided to get a couple local ones before going far, but hopefully one day I'll be able to work with him once again.
Yeah.
It's time for Epic 42, San Diego. Let's make some noise! All right, Epic 42 in the house. My name is Carlos Kramer, a proud Marine Corps captain, ready to bring the thunder for our kids going in tonight. The best academies in the world, going head-to-head for honor, pride, and a spot in the world as a future star of mixed martial arts. I have one question for you before we begin. Are you ready?
This crowd is excited.
It's time. Got some beautiful women here to dance for us. That's always the best part. Fights and booty.
That's right, that's right. Fights and booty. How does it get any better than that?
All right, San Diego, the best city in the entire world, hosting Epic 42. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we sing the national anthem with recording superstar Samantha Robertson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that her flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Samantha Robertson, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable job.
That was just beautiful.
for the evening, Beth LeBeau, Tori Hernandez, and Roger Chapa. Our CEO, J.T. Steele. The doctor, Dr. Sneed. Timekeeper, Mike Millsap. Lead, Gordon Owler. Ref, Franklin Aguirre, John Romero, and Chris the Clippler Lieben. Our judge, Glenn Powson and Ryan Spink. Ladies and gentlemen, let's rip the roof off the 4-point Sheridan tonight. I'm going to ask one more time. Are you ready? Let's bring our first warrior into the cage. From Team Quest, give it up for Chris Fluke.
Don't be afraid. There you go. Way slow. Now you can zoom out a little bit.
He looks very calm and composed.
He does.
Ready to get in the cage.
It's always interesting watching people when they walk in because you never know what you're going to get, right? Chris Fluke, he has a record of 2-8-1, so he has some experience, very calm and composed, you know, but you never know. Sometimes guys come in really intense. Sometimes they come in really relaxed, you know?
Yeah, got the respectful little bow in there. I know my first time walking out, I was all kinds of crazy. Now he calmed it down a bunch. Your heart just starts racing so fast.
Right,
Exciting.
right. It's very intense. A lot of adrenaline going. You don't know what you're going to walk into. I remember my first time walking out to the cage, and the first thing that I thought was like, am I sure that this is what I want to do?
Oh, yeah,
or
why am I doing this? That still runs through my head every fight. Oh, here we go.
All right.
And let's welcome his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Give it up from 5-star MEM, Mario Lopez.
Now, we have seen Mario Lopez before. His current record is 4-6. He's fighting at a 5-star MEM, but this team is actually where 10th Planet HQ is, I believe. This is their boxing coach that's walking out with them, and he's the striking coach and the MMA coach. And Mario Lopez always comes out. He looks very solid, very good, very technical. I mean, he's 4-6. He has more losses than wins, but every time he comes out, it's always a huge upset. It's always like something that happens where, it's like, oh, he was winning the fight the whole time, and then he gets submitted or something like that. But, I mean, this is probably the third or fourth time that I've seen Mario Lopez fight. So I know that this is going to be a big fight. I mean, if you look at Christoph Fluke fighting out of Team Quest, Dan Henderson's gym, Sam Alvey's in his corner. It's a huge wrestling-based gym. And you look at Chris's ears, and, there's no secret there that he's probably a wrestler and a damn good one. So we'll see how this fight goes.
I love matches where it's a striker versus a grappler. Because
Right.
you really get to see all kinds.
Right, you get to see who's the stronger martial artist there, right?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your first battle for Epic 42 goes in the lightweight division. 3-minute rounds. Let's meet our first warrior. Fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a record of 2 wins, 8 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall, and weighs already 154.6 pounds. Representing Team Quest, give it up for Christoph Fluke. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a record of 4 wins and 6 losses. He stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall, and weighs already 156 pounds. Representing 5-star MEM, give it up for Mario Lopez. Your referee is John Romero.
So obviously both the fighters, they have a very intense stare-off from across the cage. I don't know if you caught that.
Absolutely. I was about to say something. They did not move their eyes, not even once.
Right.
Eye on the prize.
Yeah, let's see what happens. They both seem hungry. And, you know, they're both not out of San Diego. Team Queston Temecula, and Lopez is coming from L.A. All right, Lopez hits him with a good stiff jab. Oh, and there we go.
Picked up a single leg. Now he's got some pressure on the cage. Switched to a double. Now he's looking for the body lock. We got Lopez trying to create some space to get off
He
the
locked
cage.
it up. He's got an S grip.
Yeah.
He's got an S grip around his waist. He might get this finish. Mario Lopez doing a good job defending that. And Fluke is just aggressive on this attack.
Yeah, he's all over the place. He's switching from his singles to doubles, ankle pick.
And he's doing a good job of keeping his head on the inside.
Yeah, and Lopez is doing a good job with his underhooks.
And he's also striking him. He's catching him with very good hammer fist almost to the side of the face.
He's
And there we go.
He's down. He got the double.
And he's going to slowly try to crawl up Mario Lopez's body. Now, what does Mario Lopez need to do here to get back up?
He needs to start to create space. He's with his right hand. He needs to start to push the head away and switch his hips back and forth. As he's switching his hips, that kind of relieves a little bit of the pressure, so he can get his trapped leg out, create space, and get back up on the cage.
Right, and just kind of wall walk his way up. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. The crowd's telling him don't flatten out.
He's about to give up his back here. You need to.
Yeah, he needs to look for something, and it looks like he's trying to get his knee out. I don't know if he's looking. He's got wrist control of Fluke's right arm.
Ooh, Lopez
Good
throwing
up
some
kick.
mean up kicks.
Good up kicks from
trying
Lopez.
to get back up. He's trying to get back
Oh,
up.
and Fluke came in.
Flying overhand. That was rad.
Look at this. It looks like he's looking for like a wrestling cradle position. Oh, and Mario Lopez does a good job using the cage to get back up.
He did really good about using his 2-on-1 grips to keep him from fully being able to lock in anything.
Right. The 2-on-1 is big. The 2-on-1 is very important. Oh, is he reaching over for almost a Kimura grip?
Yeah.
Those solid knees by Christoph. You know, Fluke looks like he doesn't want to stand at all. It looks like he just wants to do cage work and work his wrestling. And I'm almost curious to see how long he's going to be able to do this, because this is very draining on the person attacking.
It is, but the thing about amateur is they're only 2 to 3 minute rounds, so a lot of the times 6-minute cardio fighters can keep up with.
Oh, Mario Lopez has that Kimura grip locked in. Oh, he let it go.
He's using it to create a little distance.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, it is short time, and you know, it really just depends on Fluke's cardio level, right? Both fighters seem, you know, not too winded after the first round. So, I mean, we'll see where this goes. I'd like to see some striking. I'd like to see how striking changes the pace of this fight.
Absolutely. Well, you know, Lopez needs to be wary with his distance. He needs to move in and out and not let Fluke grab any of that. And as Fluke's going in for the takedowns, he can use his jab, he can use his two to just keep him off of him, throw him off his game.
Right. Using good
Tempo,
footwork,
yeah.
Good distance, and control the tempo of the fight, right? I mean, that's probably one of the biggest things is you know, Manolo always screams it in everybody's fight, be first, be first.
Yeah, and what he can do is just not let him get his rhythm.
Right.
His rhythm, once he grabs that single leg, he's all over him, so... Just stop that rhythm, throw a few strikes. Looks like he's a little swollen on the head.
Yeah, I know. He's looking like you, Juliana, with the black eye.
Oh, man. Sparring sessions at the best.
You're
No
a
matter how
fighter,
much
dude. It's
you
all
train,
good.
you can't escape
You
it.
can't escape the black eyes. That's all right. That's good. Looks good on you, Juliana. Don't even worry.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, those of you watching at home, once again, we have Mario Lopez in the blue shorts and Christoph Fluke in the red.
Need to start using his strikes. Just talking. There you go. We got a jab.
There we go. Now Mario's doing exactly almost like he heard us. Oh, and that was a shot from very far away, and it was effective to at least close the distance on Mario.
Absolutely. You know, if he doesn't want to strike with him, he's doing what he needs to. He's controlling the tempo of the fight. He's keeping him on the cage, and he's trying to get him down.
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, we didn't see much action in round one, but I do have to say I think Fluke took the first round just because of his ability to control the fight the whole time almost.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping
He's
that...
looking for that ankle pick.
Yeah, he is. But look, he's got this Kimura grip, and he needs to run with that.
Yeah,
he needs to run with that.
Start throwing some strikes. Oh, no.
And Fluke, again, you know, as soon as he walked in, I knew he was a wrestler. I looked at his ears, I looked at his build, his demeanor, and that's showing here right now. You know, he's just using his wrestling, being very dominant over Mario. But look, he's got this Kimura.
He can switch it to a straight arm lock, too. All he has to do is, as he straightens that arm out, switch the grip. Oh, there we go.
He needs to. I'd like to see him get out of that position, get into some sort of half guard or full guard.
If he wanted to finish the Kimura, he needs to bring the arm back behind his shoulder. He's kind of bringing it out really far. When you're going to finish a Kimura, once you bring it up and you kind of walk it up the spine, that's where you really get the finish. He had the space. I'm just not sure.
Hey, I don't think he had. He did have the space. He had it locked up, but I just don't think he had the position for it because both his legs were stuck together. If he would have got his knee out and maybe got into half guard.
You can sweep, though.
Right. That's true. You can sweep with that.
He's getting back up. Lopez made it back to his feet. He's got to do something now. Create a little action. There we go. We got some knees. Fluke just absolutely relentless with those double and single legs, switching back and forth, going for the ankle pick, single double.
You know, it's incredible. Team Quest, as long as I've been in, in the sport and MMA, I actually started training with Team Quest back in 2009, and their big thing was cage work, wall work. A lot of people don't work it, and Team Quest has a very, very strict regimen on practicing wall work constantly, and we're seeing that here right now.
I've experienced it first time. One of their prodigies, Ashley Yoder, she'll come spar with us, and she's a very strong wrestler and very strong on the cage.
Right, yeah.
Great
I know
striking
Ashley
too, but her cage work is just...
Yeah, they got a great team out there doing a lot of good things. And that's it for round two. I mean, if you ask me, I have to give it to Christoph Fluke. And again, this is what I was talking about earlier, right? Is with Mario Lopez, it's not that he's not skilled or he's not good. He's very skilled. He's very good. He's very confident. He comes in here. He knows what he's doing. But he gets the opponent is able to get a little bit of an upper hand on him and kind of just control the tempo of the fight, and that seems to be happening again here today.
Yeah, Lopez is looking pretty exhausted over there. It's hard to consistently fight someone off nonstop, just working back up.
Right. Those of you watching at home, thank you very much for tuning in. As I mentioned before, if you have any questions or comments, I have it up right here in front of me. Leonid Grachev. I'm really good at names, not that one. Does anyone know if there is a bout sheet? I do have a bout sheet. Just go ahead and post what fight you're looking for in the comments, and I'll tell you when that fight is and if it's even happening.
Round three, we're about to get started here.
Round
We're really looking to see some strikes from Lopez's corner. He's a boxer, and now is his time to throw down.
Let's see what's going on here. They touch gloves and they come in. Yeah, Lopez, and again, Christoph just comes in with that far takedown, that far outside shot.
Closing the distance real fast.
Yeah, good job. Solid knees from Lopez. He needs to continue to try to create this space. Great job by Lopez. He's using that right forearm to give him some space, able to throw knees. Christoph tries to respond.
Got that good underhook.
And there we go. Let's see him lock up. He locks up this Kimura grip again. Now let's see what he can do from here. You know, there we go. And notice how Lopez is trying to keep that leg from getting put in the middle so it doesn't get hiked back. So once that leg gets put in the middle, you know, it's a lot harder to defend the takedown.
He's doing pretty good about little pitter-patter strikes, and those don't mostly hurt. It just gets your attention and makes you want to move your head. creating
There
a
we
little
go.
space so he can start to improve his position.
I'd like to see Mario Lopez really do something with this grip that he has.
And I'd like to see Fluke. He's so close in on this takedown. I think he can get him down a few more times this round.
Yeah,
Hold him down, maybe go for a submission.
I think so too. I think Fluke does look like he's getting a little bit tired. I think that's a good call from the ref.
Got to reset.
Good call from the ref.
Absolutely.
Good call. Ooh,
Oh, nice.
good kick by
Body
Mario.
shot.
You know,
Double unders. He can grab his body lock. All he's got it. There we go. We got a body lock going. He can trip him here. Yeah,
there we go. Look
we
at that.
got the trip.
Let's go.
He needs to look to pass
Now Mario Lopez needs to look to finish here because I do not think he has the upper hand right now. I do think the first 2 rounds are in Fluke's favor.
As he can kind of get a fighter stance, put one knee in the middle, that'll help break the guard so he can start to pass and really throw down, get some hammer fists in there, start to do some damage once he's down here. Doing a pretty good job at controlling the arms. Ooh, there we go.
good job.
We got one.
Yeah, Mario Lopez doesn't seem like he's interested in passing the guard right now, which is interesting because he doesn't have a lot of time. Ooh, solid
Throwing
shots.
down, though.
Yeah, I
needs to
agree
create
with
some
you.
damage.
He does, and maybe he's just looking to soften his opponent up, but he does need to look to pass this guard so he can move forward and progress.
You have a lot more control with your ground and pound once you're inside control or mount, especially
Exactly.
from mount. Mount is very hard to escape, and you can just land power shot after power shot as they're scrambling to get back up.
Exactly, and Fluke is...
The guard is open. He can pass. There we go.
There we go. He's
Looking for a
passing, and
pass.
Fluke is trying to shrimp out.
10 seconds. Hammer fist. Now's the time
See
to go
what
for
happens
it.
now.
Oh, there we go. Got some strikes in there.
Yeah, and
I would give this last round to Lopez.
absolutely. But was it enough to overcome everything that happened the first 2 rounds?
I don't think so.
It's the question, right?
Do not think so.
Let's go ahead and come to hear these questions that we got here.
Fluke pretty confident in his performance. Got his hands up, hugging his coach.
Yeah, they definitely have good cause to celebrate. I don't think that they're wrong there. But again, no matter what, I think you should always celebrate at the end of your fight, no matter how it went.
Absolutely. And Fluke doesn't look too tired.
He doesn't. He
So-
doesn't.
That's good.
Let's
Cardio.
where are you guys based out of? RJ Ciancio. We are in San Diego. What time does Jose Nuno's fight? Jose Nuno's is going to be the 7th fight. So this is fight number 1. Jose Nuno's will be fighting number 7. And here we go. We go to the decision.
That's exciting. He's about to make his debut.
Oh, you got a shout out from Bruce Smith, Killer Miller.
Hey.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what the judges have decided. Both fighters did a great job. It's very, very hard for a striker to implement their game and dominate a performance if you can't shut down that takedown. That takedown shot, if it's enough to close the distance.
Absolutely. Anti-wrestling is a huge thing, and really just being able to use your strikes to stop them from closing that distance.
Right.
Every time they try to come in, they get that too right in the face.
Right,
Use your jabs,
exactly.
jabbing and moving.
Exactly. And jabbing, moving, setting up push kicks, things to really make that wrestler timid to take those outside shots
Absolutely.
on you.
Some head kicks.
Head kicks.
The hard part is with amateur, there's no knees to the face, and that's one thing that really tends to stop wrestlers from coming in is just knowing that if you're going to grab and throw that knee, it's
Right.
coming soon for these boys, hopefully.
Well, I'll tell you what, those of you listening in at home and watching the fights on Facebook, thank you very much for tuning in once again. We're in San Diego, California. We're going to bring you to the cage, Carlos Kramer, for the decision.
All
right now.
right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for both of these warriors. Great way to start fighting 42-9. We go at the 3 rounds of the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 29-28 Fluke. Your next judge scores about 29-28 Lopez.
Oh, wow. Look at
And
that.
the third judge scores about 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Out of the red corner,
Christoph Fluke with the W. Ladies and gentlemen,
all right, I'm here with the winner, Christoph Fluke. Amazing victory. How does it feel to have UFC coaches like Smiling Sam Alvey, Tom Galicchio in your corner with Team Quest? It has to be an incredible experience for you.
You know what? Without your team, the people supporting you, you're nothing. Without your fans, you're nothing. So all my thanks goes to you guys, Sam, Tom, everyone, my whole team. They're fucking amazing. You can't do it without your fans. It's not me, it's all you guys. I'm just here having fun.
And you looked like you were having fun. We were the aggressor the entire fight. You kept the heat on. Was that part of your strategy to smother him like that?
Absolutely. I got the best coaches in the world. They set it up for me. I just followed through.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Christoph Fluke, out of Team Quest.
ladies and gentlemen, first fight of the night. I want to go to some of these comments that we got here because after you got that shout out, Juliana. Austin Pankog, great first fight to start the night off. I agree. That was a great first fight.
It was, yeah.
There wasn't much action, but there was a lot of technique, a lot of experience. There was a lot going on there if you understand the sport.
Yeah, absolutely, especially the...
There we go. Let's watch this replay. Talk about this replay real quick.
Well, he's switching back and forth between his single, doubles, body locks. And
this is where Lopez got that takedown at the end.
Yeah, he got, for both of his underhooks, he got his body lock, and then he used it to kind of curl him in and trip him over. It's actually one of my favorite takedowns.
It's a great takedown.
It is,
I mean, it works very effectively. In wrestling, they call it like a bear hug. As soon as you get the lower the lower back locked in, and you're sucking it into you, it's very hard to defend or to stop. You're almost curling their spine back.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, they're not showing the replay again. Hold on.
Into the epic cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to bring in the next fight right now, and I'll answer your questions here in a second.
For Aaron Pierce.
All right. Walking into the cage right now is Aaron Pierce, fighting at a Robot Fighting Fitness. He is currently 1-1.
And out in the blue corner, we have Anthony Escobar fighting at a Coastal Combat. It's 145 pound, and he's 0-1, looking for his first win. So he should come out very hungry.
And that's the thing, right, is you don't really know what to expect from a fighter who's 0-1. Because you don't know if they're really good, if they're really bad. You don't want to underestimate them. It's almost really tough. I remember when I first started fighting, a lot of the pros that I knew, they would tell me, like, don't worry about your opponent's record or anything like that because it's hard to judge their experience level based off of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And no matter where you came out of, the first fight's always difficult.
Sorry, I want to come back to this because we got kind of cut off. So that was a great first fight. We keep getting cut off.
Cage from Coastal Combat. Give it up for Anthony Escobar.
So that was a great start of tonight. A lot of technique, a lot of experience, and you're going to see that now. I feel like a couple years back, a lot of the amateurs, they didn't have technique or the skill. You don't see that anymore, especially not here at Epic. A lot of these guys are as talented as some pros that I've seen. They train every day with pros, right? Your entire time, every day, you're training with who?
Liz Carmouche, Shalima McFarland, Pearl Gonzalez.
And it's been like that since you first joined the gym.
Absolutely. My welcoming present was not so convenient. But, hey, I learned my lesson, and, now I get to be undefeated. You're only as strong as your team and the people that you're training with.
Exactly.
Josiah had a question about John Molina. So John West Coast Molina, he's going to be the last fight. He's number 8.
And then Lori Clark. When does Lori Clark fight?
Lori Clark.
Right there. Lori Clark is fight number 6. This is fight number 2, and Lori Clark will be fight number 6. Let's see, anybody else?
Got some fans for Fluke.
I know, everybody's loving Fluke. That was a great job by Fluke. I was surprised by that split decision a little bit. Blind judge. They said they've got one blind judge. That's funny. Good job, Chris. Don't see how that was split, though. Well, we were just saying that.
Excited to see this second fight.
Second fight, guys. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's make it happen.
We got Escobar making his little roundabout. Looks excited.
Now, at first glance, both these fighters seem very physically fit. And let's do it. Back to Carlos Kramer in the cage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is sponsored by King Amanpour, your car accident lawyer. 619-333-3333. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next epic bout is 3 2-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the red corner. This man makes martial arts with a record of 1 win and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighs already 145 pounds. Representing Robot Fighting Fitness. Put your hands together for Aaron Pierce. And his opponent, fighting out the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a record of no wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs already 145 pounds. Representing Coastal Combat. Give it up for Anthony Escobar! Your referee is Franklin Aguirre.
We got both fighters kind of shaking it out. And no eye contact, really, which is what really made that first fight so intense. Is they did not lose eye contact with each other for not a second.
Yeah, the whole time they're just staring at each other like they're going to eat each other.
Soul. Oh,
I
man.
know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Pierce in the red shorts and Anthony Escobar in the blue. Both fighters come out, seem very calm and relaxed.
Pearson getting some nice level changes in there. Got a kick.
Leg kick. Escobar doesn't seem to be fazed by it at all. Escobar seems to be very composed.
He's controlling
Overhand.
the center, choosing his strikes.
And Pierce goes for that takedown, gets
a double leg. Looking for the back here.
Looking for the back, and he's back there. He's got it. Let's see what he can do with it. Now, Escobar did a good job using the cage there to try to defend his back, right? And get back up off the ground. But as Pierce tried to come around his back, he just stayed real tight to the cage, made it difficult and uncomfortable to continue moving forward. But Pierce is trying to get behind him. Switches to that single.
He's looking for the Kimura.
There we go. This is just like we saw in the last fight.
Oh.
Ryan, he's got his back here. Let's see how he's going to finish this. There's a couple options.
Pierce can pull his elbow in and kind of turn the corner and pull him down if he's looking for that takedown.
Yeah, he looks like he's trying to drive him forward here.
He's looking for the back.
He really wants that back. Escobar doing a good job with his hip movement, not letting him control that back.
Back down again. Oh, through an elbow. That's illegal. That's why the ref's stopping it. No strikes to the spine. Ooh, nice knee.
Good knee by Pierce. It's so crazy the technique that we're seeing from these guys today.
Ooh, that was a wild first round.
Yeah, that was
very
interesting.
exciting.
All right, so talk to me. Who do you got there? What are you thinking? It's a tough call.
I definitely think that Pierce he controlled the tempo. He had multiple takedowns, and points-wise, Escobar would have to be landing a lot of strikes to overthrow that.
Right.
He controlled him on the ground. He took him down several times.
Yeah. I can definitely see that. I definitely think that maybe Pierce had the upper hand a little bit in that round. But Escobar is doing a great job. Let's see if we go to some of these replays. This is the beginning of the fight where they're in that overhand, but Pierce did a good job slipping that following punch and finishing that takedown. And then this was another single leg that he finished. And, Escobar looked there in that replay, looked to lean back almost to try to pull that Kimura grip out. And what happened is he gave up the takedown. And sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes you look for something and you put yourself in a bad position doing that.
As the fight continues, if he kind of lets go of that over-top overhook and starts creating pressure and using his frames with his hands to keep the head away, he won't be able to control him as well.
Right. Well, let's see what happens in round 2. Escobar in the blue shorts, Pierce in the red.
He's got power. He's looking for that power shot. He's trying to time it.
Ooh, wow. Escobar landed a solid hammer fist as the takedown happened.
So the ref's stopping the fight. He's throwing elbows to the spine.
Elbows to the back.
Elbows to the spine. So he's docking him a point.
He did warn him about it before. He did warn him about it.
You can elbow to the body, just not the spine or the back of the head. No head and no knees to the face in amateur.
Right. Well, Escobar got docked a point, so that's definitely going to impact this fight. He's got 2 more rounds. Well, he's got this round and another one to earn that point back.
He's going to have to finish.
Just like last time, it looks like Pierce really wants to wrestle, and Escobar's doing a great job of not letting it happen.
He got that power hook. He knocked him down.
Oh, and he's looking to sweep him.
Up.
He likes those elbows, Escobar. Pierce trying to go to the back. Walking to the back.
If Escobar just takes that overhook hand and starts a frame on the face, create a little pressure.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it make him very uncomfortable.
He's got his frame.
Pierce is doing a good job wrestling here. Escobar definitely needs to create some frame, create some space. There we go. This is what Escobar wants. Escobar wants to stand with him, and there we go. Yep, and there we go. And Escobar is...
He's rocked. He's got to throw down now.
Escobar does not want to wrestle with him. And this is exactly what we were talking about earlier. If Escobar's using his striking to keep the wrestler away, and that's exactly what's happening. Is now Pierce is going to be very timid in his shots. He can't shoot from far away because Escobar is going to make him pay for it, just like this, just like we're watching right now.
10 seconds.
Now, I give that round to Escobar for sure.
Yeah.
Even though he lost a point there, that round 100% goes to Escobar. The only takedown that was completed by Pierce was that last one, but it was a survival takedown, and you can see that. And the judges do look at that. The judges do observe that. They can tell if you're just holding on for dear life or if you're looking to move forward, be the aggressor, look and move your position.
Escobar rocked him for sure. He had 2 knockdowns, which...
This is an intense fight.
Yeah.
It's funny because everything that we saw in the first fight that we talked about what needs to happen, we're almost seeing the same dynamic here, except Escobar is doing a little bit better job, controlling the tempo, keeping space, being first in the exchange.
And he's really making him pay when he just comes in recklessly for a takedown.
Right. The far takedowns against a solid striker, you're going to pay for it. You can't shoot from outside. I don't care what anybody says. You're going to pay for it every time you try it.
Absolutely. I think Escobar is going to be coming in hot here.
Absolutely. I'm sure Escobar's corner was telling him that 1 point means a lot.
And we see a little combos. He's throwing 1-strike punches right now. Stalking him down. Nice.
There we go.
Nice. He rocked him with a solid knee.
Wow.
Pierce is hurting.
Yeah, see, Pierce, you know, he can't go for those desperate takedowns because Escobar's going to make him pay for it. He needs to set the takedowns up, level changes. He needs to exchange some strikes with Escobar.
It's really exciting because I've never seen so many elbows in an amateur bout.
Right. There's a lot of elbows. There's been a couple knees already, and they're close. The ref's doing a good job keeping an eye on it because, you know, it's questionable, right?
Absolutely. Pierce just desperately trying to hold him down.
I don't know.
He could start climbing the body. He needs to protect his face.
Yeah, he doesn't seem too confident here, too happy. He needs to watch those elbows to the back.
Yeah, the ref might call it again.
Now, I don't know what position Pierce is in here, but it looks like he is a little dazed because that is not...
Absolutely. His hand looks a little trapped.
That's an interesting position that he's in.
Oh, he's looking for that. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. I don't know if he's looking to just slam him and pick him up or what.
He's tired, though. He needs a circle. He's just standing there waiting for the beating. He can kind of circle back and forth, throw Escobar off his tempo. Don't let him get a rhythm. Throw a jab in there.
Right, level changes, right? Fake the shot, you know. But you're right. He can't just leave your head there. There we go.
Oh,
there you
nice
go. That's a good shot.
Perfectly timed.
Good shot.
Oh, that's a close one, but, you know, the point deduction may be a huge play in this fight here when it comes to a decision.
I agree. Without that point deduction, I would say Escobar took the second round and the third, but by how much? Because 1 point is a lot. One point is a lot. So we'll see how the decision goes. We'll see how everything turns out.
Coaches seem real happy that he threw down like that.
Let's watch these replays that they got coming in for us. So here we go.
Nice
this is one of the
solid
left hook. And then he kneed him in the face. I don't know if that was legal, but he got away with it.
The thing is he was throwing the knee towards the body. And Pierce kind of leaned over into it. If you shoot your shot into a knee, that's your fault, especially if he's throwing the knee right to the body. I don't think that one was illegal.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I've made that accident myself just in training, and I've paid for it as well.
It's a good point.
Not an easy lesson.
Look, Escobar has his little Bruno Mars hat on. He's ready for his victory dance. Chris Herrera in Escobar's corner, another fight veteran in the game. He's fought for Bellator. He's a Marine Corps veteran, good friend of mine. All right, we're going to see how this decision turns out. This might take a little bit of time. Normally with close calls like this, for whatever reason, I've noticed it takes a little bit longer for them to get the decision inside of the cage.
Pretty cool. Escobar walked over to show some love to his opponent, show his respects. Always a nice thing.
You know, I think that's the most important thing in MMA.
My team, my fans, my family, and I'm just here to have fun.
Yeah. And that's it. That's exactly it. And like you said, you know, like at the higher level, you know, you do see animosity. You do see some you know, very intense exchanges and face-offs. But a lot of times at the end of the fight, those opponents will shake hands and have some sort of level of respect for each other. They're playing another replay here. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Boom. And Escobar was doing a good job countering that. So he was like, he was like reading them, and he was doing a great job as a striker.
He landed that left hook 3 times. It just knocked him down.
Yeah, must be a powerful left hook. Let's see if we can go to some comments here. Let's see if anybody's got any questions. Second fight, let's go. Said Laurie's the 7th. When does Jonathan fight? I think I answered that already. Jonathan fights. Last fight, number 8. Jason getting a shout out. Jesse Taylor's watching. What's up? Shout out to Jesse Taylor.
And we got a decision here.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these two warriors in our second bout of the night. After 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to judges' scorecards. You first judge, scored about 28-28.
Oh.
Your next judge scores about 28-28.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this point deduction.
And your third judge scores about 28-28 for unanimous.
Wow. Draw. Unanimous Unanimous draw.
Wow, you do not see that often.
Right. You don't. Well, I mean, you know, if I was Pierce, you know, it is a draw and both fighters did a great job, but I would be looking at that as a loss because my opponent got that point taken away. Without that point, I would have lost this fight.
The crowd's pretty upset, too.
Yeah, pretty frustrating. And I understand, but you know what? You know, the judges, that's what happens when you leave it in the hands of the judges, right? I mean, I've lost fights that I felt like I shouldn't have lost, and it was decision at the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, contest number 1, share the live feed for your chance to win free tickets to Epic 43, August 16th at the 4 Point Sheraton. The drawing ends May 18th, 2019. You can follow us at Epic Fight on Facebook and at Epic Fighting on Instagram.
But you sure as heck came on strong at the end.
You know, honestly, I just want to thank y'all for letting us become healthy out with this fight. But I prefer we stand up and give them what they want to see.
I've been like looking to make sure I'm not missing it, and then it just popped up on the
Stand up and strong like men, yeah?
Who'd you like to thank in your coaching corner here, supporting you along the way as well as your family?
You know, I want to thank all my coaches, Chris, Jordan, Joe, and my family, friends for coming out and supporting me from a distance. So I appreciate that a lot. Much love and respect.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Escobar from Coastal Combat.
It was really interesting. They still let him get his speech.
Yeah, that is.
Draw.
Yeah, that is.
I don't think
funny.
I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
But good for him, though. It seems like he deserved it. Threw down.
Yeah, they did. Both fighters threw down, and you know, sometimes you don't mean to do things like that, like throwing illegal elbows and things like that. A lot of times you don't mean to do it. You're just kind of in the moment. You're throwing it, and it stinks, you know.
Yeah, he was hungry for some damage.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw that from the beginning as soon as he came out. You know, this is only fight number 2. We still have 6 more fights to go tonight. And as you can see, the first 2 fights have been incredible so far. And I just want to point out something. The fighters who get fight of the night tonight, they actually... we'll go to Carlos, and then I'll explain when we come back.
CEO and founder of Epic Fighting, Jason Stewart Estates, going to make an announcement on how we can upgrade and have a little fun on Instagram.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming out tonight. Are you having fun so far? Yes. Packed house. I love it. That was an amazing fight. I'd love to see a rematch. I don't know about you guys. We have a new section that we've never tried before. It's called front row. So all of these preferred seats, there's a front row there that's red. So it's in between preferred and VIP. So the VIP are selling for $100 each. The front row is selling for $70 each. So anyone who's in preferred or general admission, you can pay a difference right now and upgrade. We have a whole section over here. Also, we're going to do a contest right now to upgrade you guys. If you notice around, there's some white posters. Usually our posters are black, but Epic 43 date has been announced, August 16th. Hashtag Epic43, August 16th. If you look around and see a white poster, a white banner, even a white cage ad, and you take a picture in front of it, tag Epic Fighting with hashtag Epic43, and you will be eligible for an upgrade to sit up front. Okay? If you're already in VIP, then you will win a free shirt. All right? So if anybody wants to upgrade to the $70 tickets, all you have to do is take a picture with any of these white posters, the Epic 43 posters, tag Epic Fighting on Instagram. It could be on your story or your timeline, and do hashtag Epic43. We're going to do more contests throughout the night. Appreciate you guys. Let's give it up for Carlos Kramer.
All right. Thank you, Jason Stewart. And thank you, Epic family. We're having an incredible time. Let's make some noise, Epic family. All right. Then let's bring our next warrior into the Epic cage. From Robot Fighting Fitness, give it up for Curtis Park.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, walking out to the cage right now is Curtis Park. As Carlos Kramer stated, he's fighting out of Robot Fight and Fitness. He's making his amateur debut here tonight. So this guy, you look at him, he seems pretty composed, seems excited to be here. What's your first take on him as he's walking out?
He should be really excited. You know, they got Chris Lieben in there reffing this match. He's a UFC veteran, bare-knuckle boxing veteran, probably one of the most entertaining fighters and men I've ever met.
Yeah,
I would be super stoked to have him ref.
That is pretty dope because he just had a bare-knuckle fight like a couple weeks ago, didn't
knocked
he?
the guy out twice in a row.
Jesus.
Oh man, monster.
He's killing it.
Absolutely.
You know, we saw a little bit of a straight wrestling going on here. We saw an interesting decision of a draw in the second fight where Anthony Escobar lost a point, and that's how the draw came about. But we're still waiting to see possible submissions for fight of the night.
And possible knockouts, maybe some head kick.
Possible knockout of the night. There's awards at the end that always come from that.
Into the epic cage. He's an independent fighter. Please welcome Dustin, the Icon Cantizano.
Now, Dustin, the Icon Cantizano, he's an independent fighter who is also making his amateur debut here today. So it's interesting to see when you have these independent fighters. What I've been explained to you by Harvey Castellano, the matchmaker, is normally when you see independent fighter, it means that, you know, the gym doesn't really, they're not represented by a gym and they just kind of are self-trained. But that's not what Harvey matchmakes. When he says independent, it just means that person hasn't been at their gym long enough yet for the gym to openly represent them. So they have made the decision to fight on their own, and the gym says, okay, we'll train you, but we're not going to say you're fighting out of our gym yet. So he is training. He does have experience. If you look at him, he seems physically fit. But we'll see. We'll see how much training he has.
Yeah, sometimes also certain affiliations, maybe they have a rep where people don't want to fight them. So by being independent, that actually helps them be able to get some fights.
Right.
For all your CBD and healing needs. This bout is 3 tournament rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing our first warrior. Fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist making his MMA debut. He stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall, and weighs already 168.8 pounds. Representing robust fighting fitness. Put your hands together for Curtis Park. And his brother, fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist making his MMA debut. He stands 5 feet, 10 inches tall, and weighs already 168.8 pounds. Please welcome to the cage, Dustin, the Icon Cantizano.
Now, Dustin Cantizano, he has a huge following here tonight.
Chris Lieben.
It's both of these fighters' debuts, so it'll be really exciting. They should be coming out pretty hard and hungry.
You're right. They should be really intense right now. Like, this is my first fight. Chris Lieben is reffing it. Let's see what happens.
Going.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Cantizano in the blue trunks and Park in the red. Cantizano
Park
looking for a couple
looking
switches.
like some good footwork there. He's moving in and out, cutting some angles.
There we go. Park,
Nice
solid
right
leg kick. Ooh,
hard
overhand
too
by Park. Oh, Park giving him the shrug. Like, what do you got? Now, Park does seem much more composed, and it looks like he's trying to set something up here.
Cantizano a little weary of moving forward.
Park set up that leg kick.
You don't want none of those strikes.
Yeah, that's true.
Shooting for the single.
Yeah.
He's going to have to set those up.
He's going to have to. You know, we keep seeing these people that are shooting from the outside. You got to set it up. You have to set it up. You can't just shoot from the outside. It doesn't always work. Park very composed, controlling this fight.
Man.
Solid Superman punch from Park. Stumbled Cantizano back. Now both fighters kicking. Now Cantizano coming in very intense.
Park rocked him, that's for sure.
Park doing a great job Great job defending this takedown. Oh, and Cantizano just muscles
He's
it.
up. He's up.
Park seems to have good control.
Oh, he throws him off. Oh, man.
Park is very confident
right now.
Park is very, very confident right now.
I think we're going to see a finish here.
Yeah, we may. We may see a finish. Cantizano looks tired. His hands are down a little bit. His movement is slowed down.
Oh, man, that
solid
overhand right
from
through
Park.
the middle.
Wow, spinning back kick landing from Park.
He's stalking him. Left hook.
Left hook.
Oh, saved by the bell.
Wow. Well,
what a first round, guys. That was exciting.
That was exciting. Let's see if we could watch some replays here and go over them real quick.
We got Chris Lieben going to check in on Cantizano, seeing if he wants to continue with the next round or.
Yeah.
Sometimes the coaches can throw in the towel if he's already rocked and can't continue.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's ready for it. He's game.
And that happens, right? I mean, that happens in this sport. That's just the reality of it is you get rocked, and sometimes you have to make a decision in your corner. Let's watch this real quick. Let's see this replay.
It's going to be an overhand right.
Oh, with a Superman punch.
Nose,
yeah,
man.
That was a solid blow from Park. And this other land, he went low and then came with that overhand right. He really set that up well. Oh, this is a spinning back kick. I was wondering if they can show that other shot that he landed because he was almost like doing like a knee tap, and then he like faked it again and came with that overhand right and just landed it.
Park up and ready. He didn't want to take a seat.
Yeah, Park is
looking to
very
finish.
confident right now.
Absolutely.
Very confident. Looking at himself in the big screen, and let's see, the doctors are looking at Cantizano right now. Let's see what happens. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't look too good. Yeah, and you know what, ladies and gentlemen, those of you watching at home, this is very important because, again, these are young fighters that are just, starting out in their career, and there's no reason for them to have serious damage to themselves. I knew that was going to happen. I saw the way his because they tell you, use your eyes only to follow my finger. And a lot of times if you're concussed, you'll use your head without even realizing it because you're concussed. I've been concussed many times, and there's no reason for fighters to get damage.
Absolutely no need for brand damage. If you want a long career, you got to protect your head. He was not protecting his head. Several knockdowns. I think it's a fair call of the doctor's part.
Yeah, absolutely.
All about keeping the fighters safe and prolonging your career. That's really the importance of it. No matter what happens in amateur, you restart in your pro career. You get your chance to come back. So just protecting yourself at all costs.
But great job to both fighters. I mean, Park clearly dominated this fight. He controlled everything the whole first round, very confident. But Cantizano was not scared, was not timid. A lot of fighters would have folded. A lot of fighters would have. I've seen it before where, fighters say in the corner, no, I don't want to do it, or they just don't get up. They get knocked down, and then that's it. But Cantizano got up every time. This fight was stopped by the doctor. So,
which is good because, the coaches didn't have to call it, and he didn't have to suffer a knockout where he could have had a potential even worse outcome than the ref stopping the fight.
And ladies and gentlemen, I want to just talk about the online contest number 2. Tag for Evergreen Market tag for Evergreen Market and Epic 42 with a picture of how you're watching the fights. Free CBD lotion courtesy of Forever Green Market. Drawing ends 5/18/19. Follow us on Facebook at Epic Fight and on Instagram at Epic Fighting. So Forever Green Market is actually giving a sponsorship to the 2 fighters who get the fight of the night. They're also giving a sponsorship to the fighter who sold the most tickets here tonight. And the fighter who sold the most tickets here tonight also gets to drive the McLaren.
Really exciting.
It's exciting.
I would like to drive that car.
That's what I'm saying.
That's badass.
If you've never been to these epic fighting, ladies and gentlemen, if you get a chance to come out here and watch it, Right outside, there's an area where we have McLarens, Ferraris. There's always beautiful cars out there, and there's vendors out there, and it's a great time. It's an experience when you come to Epic. That's what it's about. It's about the experience when you're the guest, you're watching fights, girls dancing, as you mentioned earlier.
Man, the beautiful women. We got supermodels, all kinds of cool stuff.
All right, here we go to the official decision. We go to Carlos Kramer inside of the cage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for both of these warriors. Another amazing epic fight. This bout comes to an end at the end of round number 1. On the recommendation of our doctor, Dr. Steve, calls an end to this bout with your winner, out of the red corner, Curtis Park.
Pretty soon, I'll be handing the mic off to Shane, the War Rhino Crutchin.
Shane Crutchin's going to come on over. Hey, Juliana, thank you very much for coming on with us tonight. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
It was good.
Really
it was good.
fun.
Good luck to you. We'll be following you June 9th.
Thank you very
Any
much.
shout-outs to the people?
Thank you guys for watching. The fans are what really makes this possible and exciting. And stay tuned. There's going to be some dope fights tonight. Next, we have Leonard Oshiro.
From 10th Planet, from our gym.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
He came out strong with the rush and stuff, but I remained patient, and my game plan worked out. But
Now that boosts your record up. You've had an amazing corner with your coaches, family, and supporters. Tell us a little bit about that.
they're my backbone of my martial arts career. Started training MMA at Robot, and I just want to see how far I can go.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for your winner, Curtis Park from Robot Fight and Fitness.
Uh-oh.
Shane Crutchin. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are tuning in, once again, we're at the 4 Point Sheraton in San Diego, California. Epic 42. This is fight number 4. And to my left, I have Shane Crutchin, Bellator fighter, 14-year veteran in the MMA game, USMC veteran, just like me, except you got the Purple Heart, man. They didn't get me. They didn't get me.
I got an enemy marksmanship award, bro. Let's be real. I just couldn't move fast enough. I don't know if it was because I was a grunt or I was just too retarded. I ate too many crayons that day. It kind of weighed me
That's
down.
what it is, all the crayons.
Oh,
man.
100%. They're the crayons.
Well, the new crayons that they created in my time in the Marine Corps, they didn't have as many toxins.
They were gluten-free.
Yeah, gluten-free crayons. No carcinogens.
Oh, man, this guy, dude, this guy's...
Curtis Park. Oh, no, sorry.
That's John. Josh
Travaglio.
I just had my nipple played with at the... I don't know who just grabbed my nipple. That was weird. Anyways, Josh came out with some very creative weigh-in gear.
Hold on.
Just FYI, can you look toward the camera and then scream?
We're getting yelled at for really bad commentating.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez
It's
Louise.
all right. So go ahead.
So anyways, Josh came out with some really, really creative. Man, I actually respect his weigh-in gear game.
Why? What happened?
Man,
I saw that.
Dude, oh man,
as like
you
a
know,
leopard speedo.
If you've seen any of my weigh-ins for World Series of Fighting, PFL, Bellator, I am a connoisseur, if you will, of creative underwear for every single weigh-in. I change it up. And this guy came out in leopard print with matching socks.
Look at that.
Dude, you sir, hats off for that. Now, Leonard, on the other hand, man,
now
I really like this fight.
You and I know Leonard personally.
For years.
Oh, man.
We watched this kid grow up.
Yeah, it's crazy because... I haven't been training as much anymore with everything that happened in my life. But when I was there, he's announcing him real quick.
From 10th Planet San Diego, give it up for Leonard Lionheart Oshiro.
I'm going to get yelled at.
Leonard.
I got to clap for this one.
Lionheart. So let me tell you about this guy. Leonard, since I started training MMA with 10th Planet and San Diego Combat Academy, Manolo Hernandez, Leonard has been training This is his first fight, right? Is this not his first fight here?
Yeah, first fight here.
First fight here, he's 1-1, but Leonard is a monster.
Been training for years.
And I'm just interested to see
I'll
what's
be
going to
honest.
happen here.
Leonard used to be one of my main training partners, which is the weirdest thing to say as a one-on-one amateur being a training partner. But, man, you want to talk about a guy that's not scared to stand right in front of you and exchange punches with you, punch for punch, no matter if he's winning or losing.
Very
Here
technical, very skilled, and hungry. His fight name says it for
the Lionheart.
The Lionheart.
100%.
100%. And we were talking about that earlier, how the amateur fighters in today's sport are just as good as the pros. It's so crazy, but it's because their training partners are the pros.
They
the
are.
Pros use the amateurs to get ready.
We use these guys because, to be honest, it's a guy that's willing to stand and willing to give you the training that's needed to get you in those fights. A lot of pros, they'll come if you pay them.
Right.
You know what I mean? These guys want to be where you're at, so they're willing to throw down with you. They're willing to stand and they want to learn. So it's a perfect opportunity to not only help them learn, but also teach them, and learn from them, because you see the most unorthodox stuff you've ever seen come out of these guys. So It's really cool. I mean, if you notice these guys' nicknames, I have to point that out. The White Tiger versus the Lionheart. I'm sorry, dude. I'm a Game of Thrones fan. And I don't know, man.
I just want to point out, White Tiger's the gym that he trains out of.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Whoopsie-doozy. There it is. This is now his new nickname.
White Tiger.
The White Tiger. It better be after this fight.
The White Leopard.
The
White Leopard.
The Snow Leopard.
Ooh, there you go.
Lucrative. I want reparations on that. I'm actually very disappointed in Josh for not coming out in his leopard underwear.
Your mom.
One more.
Whoa, look at that. Jeez Louise, he is ready. It's really awesome to see the different looks on fighters' faces prior to the initial start. Some are calm, some are scared, some are just ready to rip somebody's head off.
Like our first fight, they were just staring at each other the whole time.
Neither one made a move.
Yeah.
Dude, I was standing in the audience going, what's going on?
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Leonard with a quick overhand right. Ooh, both are exchanging overhand rights. Now the kicks start by Josh. Ooh, takedown.
Josh goes in for the takedown. He's got good cage control.
Leonard with the double unders, though. Nice overhand right. Oh, Leonard dropped by Josh. Overhand right. Nice body work by Josh.
Leonard returns fire.
Leonard with the left hook.
This is what we're talking about with Leonard and the heart that he has.
There it is. Nice tip.
Look, he just moves forward nonstop.
Nice
there
throw.
We go.
There it is.
Wow.
There it is.
And Leonard just lion-hearting through this.
How
incredible.
Look at this movement. Look at this head work. This is from training with high-level individuals every day in, day out. That head work does not come.
Leonard doing good head movement here.
Josh with the right hands, though,
Josh
trying to slow it down
a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that breaks your soul when you're beating somebody up like that and they hit you with a left hook.
Absolutely.
Josh with the jab, though.
Oh, and Leonard with the
overhand right again. Josh with trying to take down.
Let's see if he can get it. Leonard does a good job defending it.
Josh did not grab his hands at all and kind of went to his knees.
Uchimata!
Uchimata!
Solid Uchimata by Leonard. And I know Manolo Hernandez drills that with his guys all the time. That's a constant takedown that we work at San Diego Combat Academy.
Josh has Leonard's leg, and it looks kind of off, but Josh is trying. There it goes. Oh, then there. That's a solid, half guard right there.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Leonard's got the lockdown in. But it's hard to work the lockdown with the shin guards.
Especially with the shin guards, yes. Shin guards really limits your abilities. So Josh should, if in my opinion, Josh should be passing to the full amount, but he's not. He's he's resting.
Well, Leonard's doing a good job also is
that upper body control.
Yeah, controlling. Wow.
That was a really good round.
That was a good first round, and I don't know who I would give that to. I have no idea.
That's a really hard one to call because both had their offensive moments. Both had each other rocked.
Right.
Josh went for a few takedowns, but Josh really didn't have any success with the takedowns, unfortunately.
Right. And, Josh rocked Leonard, and
100%.
most fighters would have been out. The ref ran over to stop it. Leonard got right back up. Leonard covered up, and I thought Josh was going to get the TKO.
Out.
Yeah, and he just threw that left hook. And it woke Josh up.
Yep.
But that's exactly
the
what we were talking
MVP ring
about.
girl's coming out.
Let's watch this replay real quick. So here we go. Leonard overextending. He got really excited.
Yeah, both of them. I mean, they're both overhand. And then this Uchimata right here. Perfect Uchimata.
Right on his face.
Perfect Uchimata. Josh really ate the canvas there.
Yeah. And you know what? I think that Uchimata might have saved Leonard with this round.
I believe so. Because that evened out the takedowns. That was one successful takedown apiece with that Uchimata.
Right. And even though...
And here goes Leonard. Josh looks ready. Leonard looks ready. They're both bouncing, both ready to have fun.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
Oh, Leonard standing right in. They both need to kind of guard their face a little bit more. I'd like to see that out of both of them. Josh trying to get those underhooks. Leonard, nice
Leonard
turn by
got
Josh.
Double unders. Let's see what he does with these double unders.
Another Uchimata
another
attempt.
takedown. Good job
takedown.
by Leonard.
Full guard, though,
very
Josh.
Careful here.
Yep.
Very careful.
He's
with
extending
this
his
full
hands. Yeah, he needs to get his hands back in, elbows
back inside on the body.
Oh. Josh trying to work some jiu-jitsu bottom. I kind of like his hip
Yeah,
movement.
It looked like he tried to go for a little bit of rubber guard there.
He did a
at
little
first.
bit. Yeah.
And he's controlling that right arm, so Leonard needs to be very careful.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going for a high guard here for
Josh
sure.
Josh is definitely going kick. He's trying to kick his left leg over Leonard's head right now, trying to armbar. Leonard needs to kind of stack. Push his head down, stack
stay
in.
Heavy, stay real heavy.
Stay heavy and don't extend his arms. I like to see Leonard kind of get more even because right now he's about to extend Leonard. And there it is. Josh just tapped Leonard. Exactly what we said. He extended that arm out. And, that's all right. I mean, I would say both of them had an amazing fight. That was an amazing show of heart by both of those fighters.
That was a great job. Great jiu-jitsu by Josh.
Yeah.
When someone has great jiu-jitsu like that and you're deep in a position like he was, sometimes you just don't have an option.
I agree.
Sometimes they get the arm, sometimes they get the finish, and that's the sport.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Great job by both fighters.
I think both fighters had an amazing fight right there. Both had their ups, both had their downs, but, at the end, Josh comes out with the solid armbar. And unfortunately, I see disappointment. So, and I've seen it in other fights, and I see it in this fight. You see the winner is always ecstatic, and the loser is always down.
Always down,
Yeah.
But this is the hardest type of loss to face. A lot of people don't realize that.
We just got photobombed.
Yeah.
Security.
Facebook Live bomb.
We got FB bombed. That's real now.
But you know what? That's the thing, though, right? With this sport, with MMA,
there's highs of highs and lows of lows.
It's the worst low when you lose. Like somebody basically, overpowered you. They just did what they overcame
their game plan
you.
Beat yours.
Yeah, and
you can't do anything about it.
It's something difficult to face. Nobody likes physical adversity.
But I'm going to say,
nobody does.
Nothing to take away from Leonard. If you look at his head movement, if you look at his movement, you look at his coaches, everybody was ready in that corner. Right. Everybody was ready in Josh's corner. It was just the game plan worked out better. And that's like if you see right there, Leonard had a perfect takedown. Yeah.
This is that takedown from the first round.
That was so solid.
Solid. Great job, But the thing is that the submission came, the submission happens, and Leonard has nothing to be ashamed of. He did a great job.
Yep. All right, here we go. Here's the decision.
Another incredible performance. This one comes to an end at 1 minute and 4 seconds of round number 2. Referee stoppage by armbar. For your winner, from White Tiger Gym, Josh Wolfpack Carvalho.
Leonard.
Josh Wolfpack Travaglio. Where did you get that nickname, Wolfpack, first of all?
I also train at 10th Planet West LA as well. 10th Planet for life, 10th Planet family for sure. My coach gave it to me. I don't really know where he got it from, but he picked Wolfpack, and it was a good one. It stuck.
Josh, tell us about your ever-improving ground game. Caught him in an armbar there. Deep one. The referee stopped it. Was everything going to plan for you tonight?
I mean, not really. I wasn't really planning on being on my back. But we stayed there. We stayed calm. And I felt him leaning up. And I knew that if he kept his arm there, I was going to be able to take it. And I did.
Who would you like to thank of your family, sponsors, friends, coaches? Name it. This is your time, my brother.
Oh, man. White Tiger Kung Fu, Dennis, Lair, Carlos Morales. I want to thank my family, my mom. I love my mom.
Hey, Mom.
I love my dad, and that's my beautiful girlfriend, Carmen. I love all of them. This was for them. They really helped me do it.
Gotta love it, my man. Congratulations. More great things to come. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Josh Wolfpack Travaglio.
Wolfpack of one.
Wolfpack Travaglio.
That's pretty catchy.
Well, great job to him. We keep talking about Leonard just because, we have personal ties about Leonard. But
I mean, you look at that jiu-jitsu, that was pretty flawless, even in the heart of adversity.
100%.
Right over our sponsor, no name plugs here, but MVP, Man versus Pest. Josh really he stayed calm in that armbar.
Right.
And we even called it during the
Yeah, he was controlling the arm.
He's trying to climb that left leg.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he did.
When somebody gets that high guard on you, it's very, very hard, and they're controlling both arms. It's very, you're in a tough position.
And even at the highest of the highest levels, and you see guys get caught in that. Anthony Pettis, Benson Henderson. Benson Henderson got caught in a double armbar by Anthony Pettis.
And we have
a week after he got his black belt.
Right. And it makes sense because Josh Travaglio even said, "Hey, I train at 10th Planet as well."
Yeah,
so there you go.
They know each other.
Let's give Paul a hand. Paul, come on up here for a minute.
Oh, who's coming up?
I don't know. Who is this? Paul Beebe.
Paul Jason Stewart. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Vaden, IBF junior middleweight champion of the world.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this was when boxing was magical. This is
he's
your
a former
first MMA
IBF
event.
junior middleweight champion of the world.
As my friend,
that's really
and
rad.
Tell our epic family, what have you thought of the fight so far?
Very tremendous fights, a lot of heart, and as you know, anytime you step in this type of situation, it takes a lot of heart. Because you expose yourself to potential humiliation.
Amen.
So I have a lot of respect for all the competitors that have participated thus far and that will following. So I'm just glad to be here, and I love the energy. Just really happy to be here.
Now, Paul, you've had an incredible life story. You talk at schools, conferences, businesses, sharing your experiences in life and how far you actually came. Can you give the crowd and our epic family just a little snippet of your life story?
So I have my message is to answer the bell. And pretty much everything in my life, I've been able to use the layers and the tools that I learned in the ring from the age of 8 years old. That every round you can win. There are rounds that you lose. Sometimes you get knocked down, you're against the ropes. But that doesn't mean that you can't fight off those ropes, that you can't get off that off the canvas and come back and win and be better than before. And if you really think about it, it's not just a boxing lesson. It's not just a martial arts lesson. It's a life lesson. So I've been able to take those intangibles and parlay it into a pretty good career as a speaker, a motivator, a team builder, and corporate consultant. So I've been able to transition, and I'm better than ever. So, yeah, it's been beautiful.
Paul, where can the family, friends find you on Instagram, Facebook, the whole bit?
Well, Paul Vaden, V-A-D-E-N, on Facebook, Paul_Vaden on IG, and at Answer the Bell on Twitter.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute honor to have our man right here, Paul Vaden, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a big round of applause.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the Four Point Sheridan in San Diego. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4 fights already. We're on fight number 5. And here we go. Carlos Kramer is going to call them into the cage right now.
Favorite fighters of all time, who's still making it happen today on a great winning streak in the boxing ring right now, making it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, this next guy I'm bringing up has more heart, has more will, and can take an absolute sledgehammer to the head. Give it up for the one and only, the Crippler.
Chris Leben.
Chris Leben. We talked about him earlier.
Just had bare knuckle boxing not too long
I know,
ago.
not too long ago. He just like knocks some fool out, bro.
He beat the brakes off that guy. That guy didn't even have a chance.
He's got an incredible career that just got a rebirth with bare knuckle fighting. Tell us a little bit about that and how that has rejuvenated you after some health scares and issues that you are now back into the ring and back in the cage doing what you love.
Bare knuckle is fun, it's exciting. I mean, combat sports is what I love, and for me to have overcome some of the issues that I had, be able to turn my life around and get back to doing what I love, I mean, it's awesome. Right now, I'm just really enjoying it.
Now, Chris, getting a rebirth not only in the ring and the cage, but on life itself. You had some challenges, obstacles that many of the people out here in our Epic family have had, and you have overcome, showing that you can come back and do what you love and get rewarded with the right passion and focus.
That's it, man. You just got to keep on keeping on,
Got to keep on keeping on, baby.
The guy before me just said, you might get knocked down, you might be against the ropes, but it always gets better down the road.
And how is your beautiful family doing? What an incredible family you have and the support. It's amazing, as you know. That's what gets you to the next level of what you're doing, and that's just huge.
It really is. That's my focus, my drive, my reason that I put so much into what I do. They're wonderful. My beautiful girlfriend's over there right now watching, so my 18-month-old son is at home with the babysitter. Yes. So he's doing great, though. Wonderful. He punches everything.
And you have a couple of sponsors here we can give a quick shout out to as well.
Yeah, my biggest sponsors right here, Genesis Recovery. They've supported me through, not just through my comeback, but before, helping me get healthy, helping me turn my life around, and then now they support me when I get in the ring.
Chris, you've written a book, an incredible book. Tell the people about it and what they can expect and where they can buy it.
Well, it's called The Crippler, Cage Fighting and My Life on the Edge. Right now I'm working on the second half of the book. That was kind of the first half of the story. It's definitely exciting. It's part of my life that's behind me, but you get it on Amazon.
Incredible life, incredible story. Your career just keeps getting better. It's an absolute honor to have you here with our Epic family, and your refereeing career is absolutely taking off as well. So everything hitting on all cylinders for you.
It really is. It really is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only legend, Chris the Crippler Leben.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see,
here we go.
We have incredible people just here tonight, fighters, from all walks of life with incredible stories. This is where it all starts, from the beginning, right here.
With our next Warriors into the Cage.
Which one are you talking about?
This is it?
We're on right. Yeah, that's it. That's all we got left. 5 more.
Give it up for Leon Schlemoon.
So, just to talk to the fans about this fight, I got a Instagram message, about this fighter, Leon, coming up. And it said, and I quote, "Watch out for my boy, 155. He is a bleep monster.
He's a bleep monster.
A bleeping monster.
And if I remember correctly, we have seen him here before. And, he's 1-0, so obviously he won that fight.
And I see Jeff, LFA vet, in his corner. Jeff's a good friend of mine. I know he trains with Casey Ryan. These guys, I trained out at Alliance East, and I still do every now and then. I'm good friends with a lot of those guys out there. Matt Salas just fought. UFC beat the brakes off his guy. They got a lot of beasts out there. Jeff himself is LFA monster. I mean, we watch this guy. You and me, Danny. We watch this guy fight. We know what they produce out there.
These Alliance guys, they normally it's a lot of arena guys that are fighting here at Epic. And,
correct.
We get a lot of arena. We get a few Alliance, but every time we get the Alliance guys, every time, they come out strong. They come out ready. You can tell that they've been training long and hard before their gym gave them the opportunity to represent them.
I'm not going to say they hold them back, but they hold them back.
Right.
They don't release them until they are well bred and well ready for combat.
Jose Reyna.
Here we go.
Well, now
here comes Jose.
Here we come. We got Jose Reyna fighting out of Aguirre's fighting system, and he is making his MMA debut.
Is that here in San Diego?
It doesn't say.
Never
Not
heard.
too sure where it is.
Not too familiar with that gym.
But I mean, it could be from anywhere. We've had fighters from Arizona come here. We've had.
I saw
fighters
Vegas.
From LA. Vegas, yeah. There's a lot of people that come from all over just to fight here in the Epic Cage.
This Epic Cage really draws people in from the tri-state area. Rena Norville,
right?
The woman I'm luckily getting married to. That somehow I duped her into marrying me, but I'm very lucky for that. But anyways, she's 3-0 here in Epic.
Right.
3 knockouts.
Right.
She fought a girl from Mexico City.
Dude, let me tell you something, man. When I watched that fight with Rena, and she was just. Like her energy when she came in, it scared me, dude. I was like, "Whoa,
bro!" She's so calm.
She was so ready.
It's scary.
So composed,
dude.
Like she had the look of a mom that was about to whoop her child's ass. You know what I'm saying? That's the look that she had. Like,
she mouthed off to the wrong person.
I'm not even worried about this. You're about to learn today.
So I see Jose come out. So this is another thing, like we were talking about. If you really look at Leon right now, Leon is really serious. You look at Jose, he's smiling, he's goofing around, he's kind of shadow
more relaxed, right?
So different mentalities.
Right.
This next bout is 3 2-minute
now with the man himself, Carlos Kramer, giving these guys a UFC welcome to the cage.
I know, huh?
Dude, what's so awesome for these guys?
Roaring Lion.
Oh.
With a perfect record of 1 win and no losses.
Is his name Stylebender?
Fighting 9 inches tall.
Just said.
In weight, already 155 pounds. Representing Alliance Trading Center East. Give it up for Leon Schleck.
I'm just going to say, I'm going to put this out here. It's really weird when fighters clap for themselves. I've been in numerous fights. I've never clapped for myself. I don't know. It's a personal thing. I think it's really weird. Chris Cope used to do that. Good friend of mine, Chris Cope. He made famous in MMA, in the UFC. And he used to clap for himself all the time. So my dude, Rich Power, former heavyweight boxer.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You want to do the next one, buddy?
Yeah, get out of here, boy. I just kicked him out. That's how featherweights. Rich Power.
All right, here we go. We come straight out.
Wow, they are swinging right out of the gate.
Shamoun.
Oh,
and they exchange kicks.
Man, that was almost a groin shot.
Yeah,
that wasn't a groin shot.
He didn't like that. He didn't like that.
No, but that was
Jose Reyna comes out very powerful. He was the one that was very happy and laughing. Look
Leon needs to get off the cage.
Whoa,
there you go,
Leon Shamoun is taking some damage from Jose.
Nice takedown by Leon. That's a solid position change by Leon.
Well, let's see.
Half guard. We got a half guard going. Well, Jose kind of has a... No, I wouldn't say that the guillotine's nowhere.
No, it's not. He did have it, but Leon did a good job at hopping to the other side.
Side mount.
Yeah, side mount. Now, he needs to be careful. Yeah, let go of that head. You don't want to hold on to that head.
Otherwise, that Von Flue there. Nice knees to the body by Leon into Jose's side. That does not feel good, trust me. Full mount coming. Oh, he jumped into half. Sorry. Okay, so now Leon with that, he's got a really good topside mount going, but he's got that over-under. I think he's trying for an arm triangle. I'm not sure. He looks like he's trying to isolate an arm. Oh, he's going for that ground.
Yeah, he is.
That arm triangle's there if he, nope.
Leon Schlamoon in full mount. This is a horrible position for Jose Reyna.
If you look at Leon's ankles, though, underneath Jose's bottom end, they're perfect position to ride that Bronco, if you would,
Yeah, he is in a great position here. Jose Reyna
I would like to see Leon a little bit more down, though. Not so upright.
Right, because when you're upright like that, your center of gravity isn't as good.
Correct.
You can get bumped off
There
much
we go.
easier.
Now Leon brought it back down, but Jose is not
Reyna
fighting it.
Right.
Here goes Jose. He doesn't look defeated, though. He jumped up. He's pretty happy.
Not at all. Jose Reyna, I think he came out strong in the beginning.
Yes.
I don't even know who I'd give that round to, even though it
That's
ended
a weird one.
with Leon Schlamoon in the mount. Jose did look really good
I would agree. It's 50-50 on that one.
Yeah,
That's kind of a judge's.
Sure.
It's kind of a flip of the coin round.
Yeah. It's going to go, all types of ways, that one. Let's watch this replay real quick. Now, this is where Reyna got taken down by Schlamoon. And look, Schlamoon hops over his legs to beat that
That was
guillotine.
such a good read by Leon
100%.
on Jose's hook.
Yeah.
That was a great read on change of levels.
Right.
Now, if you look at the corners, now Jose is not on a bench, and Leon is on a bench. On a stool, sorry, but still, Jose looks like he's dancing.
Yeah.
Man, he is. Look at this.
Yeah, he's enjoying himself.
Leon
he's having
jumped
a good
up and he's
time out
dancing.
there.
They're ready.
He's having a good time.
Yep.
Wow.
Here we go.
I'm impressed with both fighters right now.
Man,
They're just enjoying themselves.
They both look like they're having fun. This is what the sport's about.
This is exactly what
having
it's
fun.
about. 100%.
Here we go. Oh.
Good leg kick.
Leon trying to tap gloves and Jose not having that one. I got mixed emotions about that one.
Yeah. You got to protect yourself at all times,
You do.
right?
You do. Oh, Leon with a draw punch. Jose's got some good knees
he's
in there.
He's doing a good job throwing those kicks. Those kicks are going to pay off for him eventually. Ooh, and Schlamoon just misses the big right hand.
I'm seeing Jose lower his lead hand on every number two that he throws, which is something that a lot of fighters don't see when they're in the action.
Right.
Great kicks, though.
Yeah, Jose Reyna's just letting those kicks fly. It's
I would like
the
to
fourth
see
one that's landed.
Correct. I would like to see Jose turn that hip over a little bit more. Give it a little more sting on that.
Ooh, good right hand by Leon Schlamoon.
Leon is reading that really well right now. See, he's reading that hand. Those hands are coming down on every punch.
Oh,
down.
solid
Wow.
double leg from Leon Schlamoon.
Leon with a full mount.
Got way
Full
ahead
mount.
of himself. Now he's back in the full mount. Wow, that was like a spear right there.
That literally was a change level spear.
Wow.
That was
Very
Goldberg.
Yeah, right. Goldberg. He's on the other side stomping.
Yeah.
On the other side of the cage, letting them know it's coming.
They weren't even close to each other. He just lowered levels and went for it. I like that. I respect
Leon
that.
Schlamoon letting these hands fly on top.
Leon with a great over-under right now. I'd like to see him isolate that arm a little bit and go for an arm triangle. That would be nice.
Now, talk to me about what Jose needs to do here. It's very tough.
Jose needs to turn to his right as hard as he can and push on Leon's knee.
And shrimp
out and get knee underneath Leon's ankle, and shin, and start walking it up as hard as he possibly can. You need to literally, in this kind of position, you need to act like it's life or death. You're drowning, and you need to get out of the water.
Right. Well,
that's not a spot you want to hang out.
I definitely give that round for sure to Leon Schlamoon. We'll see. We'll see how third round goes. Jose Reyna's doing a great job. He just can't seem to stop that mount position.
Correct.
He needs to work on maintaining his guard, creating space, getting back up.
Jose's smiling, looking at Leon and shaking his head.
He's enjoying himself.
Leon
man.
not wanting eye contact. I love this.
Yeah, it's like two
makes me
different
happy,
personalities fighting each other. And
Jose reminds me of me. Yeah. I'm a crazy SOB in the corner.
I remember one of the first times I met you, the first thing you showed me was like a picture of you asleep You're like, you got knocked out in a fight, and you're like, look, man, I'm sleeping on the job.
100%. That was in 2012 World Series of Fighting.
That's when I knew I loved you, Shane. That's when I knew I loved you. I'm like, this guy's great.
Bro, I got caught sleeping on the job. I was tired. I needed a nap.
Yeah,
bro.
it happens. It's a long training camp.
Dude.
Tough weight cut.
I woke up and went to the bar.
All right, here we go.
Here
Leon Schlamoon and Jose Reyna.
Touch of the gloves. Oh, Jose with them kicks right out of the gate, man.
Jose Reyna is wearing the blue tape.
Oh, Leon tried to
Schlamoon
spear again.
is in the red tape. Leon Schlamoon with the double leg again. And these double legs just keep coming. Now,
Jose
here we
with
go.
the kickoff.
Jose,
Perfect.
Jose needs,
but now
and he
full mount
gave
again.
up
There we
the
go.
mount.
Leon's got a really good read on those mounts, man.
Yeah, but Jose's not really doing much to stop it.
I would agree with you.
He's not maintaining a guard. He's not keeping his legs up.
And he doesn't know about shrimps.
Right. He's not. He can't be flat on your back there. You do need to shift to a side and push on the thigh.
It's all about
Shrimp
got about
out.
to say about that one.
That's about all I got to say about that.
You know,
and Leon Schlamoon,
okay,
Mike,
referee.
and he uses the case to get up. And let's see what happens here. What a
my
great
gosh, Jose with the
Reyna.
switch. Oh, Leon back with the top mount again.
Back. And let's see if he goes into full mount. Jose Reyna needs to hold on to that half guard position. He can't let Leon Schlamoon just get the full mount so
Leon's
easily.
really trying for that side mount right now. You can see his knee trying to slide over. He's got his arm post, which is perfect. That's great. Oh, he gave it up. But he's going for full mount now.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Oh, and he's basically in full mount right now.
He's got full. I would like to see him lower both knees to the mat. If you lower both knees to the mat, it gives you a lot more stability.
Right.
And like we were talking about, your center of gravity is a lot lower. I would like to see that come from Leon. Jose trying to get up, but sitting straight up in this, like the Undertaker, is not a smart move.
Right. Jose Reyna, he's got a lot of heart. He's loving this. He's loving
fighting,
every
man.
second of
Look
this.
at him smiling right now, right in front of us. Leon has high mount.
There we go. That's exactly what needs to happen. You need a bump.
Jose with the switch. Jose with the switch at the last second. Man,
Jose, they love it. Look at that.
Fighters
They're
had a great
enjoying
time,
it. Yeah,
man.
wow. What a great fight.
Great sportsmanship. This is what the fight's all about, man.
Who do you got for the W here?
I don't want to pick either one.
Who do you think the judges are going to go with?
I think Leon.
I think so, too.
Yeah, I think Leon. Leon's going to squeak it out.
Let's watch these replays real quick. So,
Leon's head movement. I think Leon had more successful takedowns.
Right.
I think Leon's top game was a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Jose just had heart.
Right.
And unfortunately, in this game, heart doesn't win you everything.
Not everything, but I want to see Jose really work on not letting people get to mount so easily. That
I would
could
agree.
have made a huge impact. If just work on his takedown defense, work on his bottom game,
100%,
getting up and don't get taken down.
All Jose needs to learn is a simple shrimp. Push the knee, shrimp your hips out.
Right.
And I think that fight would have been completely different.
Right.
But hey, hats off to both competitors. That was an amazing fight.
Both fighters did a good job. I would say, so far, that's definitely in the running for Fight of the Night.
100%.
Yeah. I would say that this is definitely in the running for Fight of the Night for sure.
I know I'm impartial, but I think this one, between this one and Leonard and Josh, that's a sub of the night. But I think those two, man, I haven't seen any fight go back and forth. Both fighters get rocked, both fighters get knocked down, and both fighters come back.
Right. I mean, we've seen...
I love that kind of stuff.
We've seen a lot of talent, a lot of technique, a lot of skill.
Yeah.
Nobody's quitting.
Nobody's quitting.
Giving up.
We haven't had one lopsided fight this whole night.
No.
At all.
And that's partly because Harvey, I think, does a great job of matchmaking these people well. He does a great job of, making the decision and who's going to fight who. All of these fights have been even, very even.
Hold on. I got to do this for that Facebook guy.
Go ahead.
Hey, Leon.
Man, look, Shane Crutchin taking a picture for the guy who reached out to him on Instagram. Jesus.
Hey, man.
You thought you were longer than you were.
Jeez Louise. Dude, this is 2 tables plus a gap. I'm sorry.
All right, let's see if we can go to some comments here. Let's see if we got any comments.
Any comments on that?
Let's see. Austin Ballesteri, what's going on, brother? Leon did fight already. He lost by an armbar. I knew Rich Powers. Yeah, boy, come on, bro. Let's see. Any questions, guys? Once again, if you're watching on the live feed, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and share. I have it up right here, and I'm reading them as we scroll through.
Again, an excellent fight. Let's give it up for both of these gladiators making it happen tonight.
Here we go. Here comes the decision.
After 3 rounds, we got the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 30-26. And your next two judges
30-26.
30-27. For your winner, out of the red corner.
There it is. Leon wins it 30-26.
Wow, yeah.
So he had a 10-8 round.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he was pretty dominant with that mount position.
I would agree,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know if I agree with a 30-26, maybe a 30-27. 10-8 rounds on 3 judges. That's kind of crazy. That's a lopsided.
Yeah, yeah.
But
you never know. That's what happens when you leave it to the judges,
100%.
right? Where's this guy at? Where'd he go?
All right, I'm here. Yeah, we're here right live. We got winner Leon Schlemoon. What an incredible fight. He was a tough opponent for you. Exactly what you want at this stage of your career for experience and moving up the chain like you are. How did you feel in there tonight?
A little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but every time I get nervous, I just tell myself it's excitement. So that worked out for me. And besides that, last week I didn't get to take my mom out for Mother's Day. I was cutting weight, but I'm gonna take you out, Mama. I love you.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom, to you and all the mothers out here in our epic family.
All mothers are appreciated. We love you all.
We love you all. Leon Schlemoon, ladies and gentlemen, what a class act, and happy Mother's Day from all of us at Epic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, online contest number 3. Comment below for your chance to win free tickets at Epic 43, August 16th at the 4 Points Sheridan. Drawing ends 5/18/19 at Epic Fighting. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Epic Fighting. Hey, go give the lady back there his name. Yeah. We'll get him.
I haven't been up here in like 3-4 years. I was at the original Epic. I was just laughing with Lieben. We were literally at Epic #1 doing this together.
Yeah.
We're old, man.
Well, it's great to have you, man. Rich Powers, heavyweight boxer,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me a little bit about, how you came up and how'd you go from being a commentator here at Epic One to where you are right now?
Well, man, I'm retired and enjoying it. I'm lucky and blessed enough to train some professional athletes in the NFL. I got a couple UFC and Bellator fighters, which is super awesome. But, I mean, I grew up boxing in New York, and I did it in college a little bit. I fought Tyson Fury, the current world champion.
Right.
And I sparred with a bunch of monsters, and I was blessed enough to run around with Klitschko and Emmanuel Stewart and a couple other guys. So I had a really cool, blessed upbringing and an awesome career that I was super happy with, man. And now it's kind of, I'm 40. I'm not crazy old, but it's still full circle in a world like this. 20 is it is what it is, and these kids are coming up, and they just look really good and brilliant. I'm excited for the future of the sport.
I'm happy to have you, because I'm sure, is this the first one that you've been back to since Epic One? Is that what it is?
No, I mean, it's the first one I've been to in about 2 years.
Got it.
Yeah.
Because, I've been commentating for a while with Epic, and every time we talk about that, we talk about how the amateur level has grown so much and it's developed so much. You see fights that are just as good as any pro fight that you'd see.
Well, we actually talk about it a lot as well, and it's really funny. If you think how fast the sport has grown. 5 years ago, we would literally still be walking into the gym and we would be going, "What are you?" And you would be a boxer or a Muay Thai guy, a jiu-jitsu or a wrestler.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, the wrestlers are still prevalent, and they go, "I'm a wrestler." But the boxers are still boxers. But for the most part, when you walk in, now everybody is an MMA fighter.
Right.
They're not a boxer. They didn't come up growing doing Muay Thai. Wrestling is still in high schools.
Right.
So yes, it's a great foundation. But people aren't going to a boxing gym and strictly boxing anymore like I grew up.
Right.
They just don't do it. they're well-rounded kids that do jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. They're MMA fighters.
Right.
And so it's a really brilliant thing to see how fast these kids can take 4 pieces of a puzzle and put it together in the way that best suits them.
Right,
You have your Dominic Cruzes with the foot shifting and the feeling of the motions, and then you got the guys that just stand and bang. And it's really cool to see how all these people take those little pieces and make it work with them. We were just saying 2 fights ago, the little Asian kid cracked that, or the what was it?
Curtis Park.
He cracked that kid, and that kid kept coming forward and made him really, really nervous, and he was a better boxer, and you could just see it, the head movement, the slips, the slides. And that Curtis kid knew. What did he do? He let that kid throw, he took him down and locked him in an armbar and finished it. Because he was standing up, he was going to be in a world of hurt. And I just thought, you know, that's a brilliant move. That's how you figure out how to grow.
Right. Exactly. Well, I'm happy to have you here, man.
It's a pleasure, man. I'm excited.
Man, however long you can stay the whole time if you want.
Hey,
we can talk it. So whatever time you got.
Chop it up.
Perfect.
Man, you know what, though? I'm not going to lie. Some of these women, I'm going to actually go out on a limb and say a lot of these women's fights are a lot better than the men's nowadays, too. I mean, these women come to bang.
Yeah, no, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You know, like you were saying, you know, what was it, in like 2008, 2007, you know, Dana White was saying how, you know, female fighters aren't going to be a draw. He literally would say that.
No, he was. So I trained Chris Cyborg. I was in her corner for a lot of her Strike Force fights. I was her coach for a very long time, as well as Evangelista. I got him ready for the Nick Diaz World Champion title fight. And so, I mean, I was there when she fought Jenny Finch and knocked her out and put. I'm telling you what, I mean, and every day Dana fought against it and fought against it, and man, them girls have put on better shows than most of them boys. I'm telling you, man.
You're right.
They warriors. They are literally warriors.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's this weird thing, right, where like this is kind of like an alpha male sport. This is kind of like, you know, any type of combat sport takes a certain personality to do it and take it to this level where you're going to fight someone else in front of a bunch of people. Because someone's going to lose. So you have to have a level of intensity about you, regardless of your gender.
Yes.
So,
yeah. You got to have just not completely off, but you got to have a little screw loose.
Right, yeah, exactly,
You know
exactly.
It doesn't have to be off the hinges. But. All right,
so let's see this. Here we go. We have Lori Clark in the black, and we have Natalia the Beast Spies in the blue.
Italian, okay. Let's see. They're actually standing up. Here we go. They've got some good distance. They're still banging. Nobody's taking it.
There we go. Natalia caught that leg.
There
She's looking for a trip. Oh,
nice little sweep. And she's going right into full mount. Look at this. She's going to get a little control. She's got it.
Lori did a good job keeping that half guard. She did a real good job keeping that half guard, not letting her get full mount.
Oh, did she? Yes, she did.
Yeah,
wow, look at that. Really poised. Coming right our way.
Yeah.
Here we go. She's using the cage for leverage. Let her keep walking.
It looks like she's trying to go for an armbar. She's getting real high.
And she was smart enough to see. And
there we go. She pulled out.
Yep. Well, brilliant movement on both parts.
Here we go. Lori Clark back up. Natalia Spies in the blue. Lori Clark in the black.
Natalia's really good at keeping it. She's really comfortable catching that kick and then 1 foot in sweep right to the ground. Just really brilliant. And
this is Lori Clark.
Amazing on the ground. Her jiu-jitsu and just the movement she has when Natalie takes her down.
Yeah, she seems very comfortable on the ground with those takedowns. She seems like she's doing exactly what she wants to do. She's moving her hips well. She's having good control. Let's see if we can watch this replay real quick.
Yeah, right here with this inside trip. It's just beautiful. She outside tripped her and threw her. And that right from there is when Lori actually wall walked and went for that arm bar, and then Natalia was smart enough to pull out. Which was brilliant on both parts. They're both working through it.
Looks like they're trying to fix this pad here. Make sure the fighters stay safe. I hope this guy doesn't knock our TV down, because that would suck. It's not my TV.
Here we go.
All right, let's go. Let's get back to this. Oh, they're going to wait till they fix this. Good looking out, brother. All right, here we go. Both fighters coming out. And Natalia's coming out with those kicks. Lori Clark doesn't like these exchanges. It does seem like Lori Clark is more of a ground player. Natalia doing a great job on her feet, keeping good distance, catching those kicks.
Well, her head movement's beautiful, and her jab is super straight. She stands tall and the hook. Look at she keeps eyes on target.
Yeah, this doesn't look too good. And Lori Clark reversed
and
it. She used the momentum to get on top.
She got the arm trapped. Yep. Look, she's got her arm trapped.
Natalia did a good job getting up, standing up. Now, Lori, the reason why Natalia keeps catching those kicks is because she's not setting it up well. She's not setting it up well.
Right.
She's just throwing the kick right off the bat, and Natalia's able to catch it. Lori's got some blood coming.
Yeah, and Natalia's jabs have put a little hurt. There's a little blood coming from Lori right now, but she's charging forward.
She's moving forward, yeah. Like we said, the intensity of these fighters, they just want it.
I'm telling you, look at this. This is brilliant work, man. This is just two hungry women coming after her right now, trying to make it.
They want that W.
Yes, sir.
Lori looks like she's trying to hook a leg, and
she's still got the hands around her waist.
Now, see, Lori could have a body lock there and work something, but she let it go.
Yep. You know, she's really big, and she uses her arms really well. Do you see that? She's stopping her with that forearm.
Right, she has that forearm, good frame, and it's creating the space for her to be able to land those knees.
Yes, she's deceptively long with her jet. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
This is only round 2, isn't it?
This is only round 2, yeah. These girls are going after it.
Good for them. Look at her.
Natalia's throwing high kicks, following up with punches.
So you know what's unbelievable between these two is they're both very even fighters, and they're both just got an amazing heart. But you can just tell Natalia, she just has that little more calmness to her.
Right.
Where she gets that clinch, she's really squeezing and really working hard, and she's calm and kind of spinning. She's got a good base with her forearm, like we said before, and she's really just it's giving her just that tad of an edge with the jabs and everything else.
And this is almost this ties right back into what we started talking about in the beginning is, after watching 2 rounds of them fighting, I can say, I'd say that Natalia is definitely a striker, a Muay Thai striker, and Lori's more of a jiu-jitsu artist and a wrestler. Lori wants to work the clinch and looking for the takedown, but Natalia's doing a great job. She's all the takedowns that Natalia has scored has been like a Muay Thai sweep. It's been like a counter to a leg kick.
Yep.
So it's interesting to see the dynamic there and the different martial arts, how they're playing an effect here in the decision for both of these fighters.
That's a really good point. Absolutely. 2 tough chicks. Here we go. Round 3. This should be brilliant. These girls have worked really. I mean, seriously, this is one of the fights of the night. I've been here since the first one.
Absolutely.
These girls are working.
Absolutely. I'm writing that down right now because this is definitely action-packed,
Yeah, this is stand-up and takedown, and they're active on both ends. Here we go. Look at that. Look at it.
And here we go. Lori just keeps moving forward. She's just putting a lot of pressure on Natalia. And the thing about a striker, when you put pressure on them, they do not like that.
No, we don't like that.
Right. You want space. You want a jab. You want to move.
I need to let my hands and legs go so when I'm comfortable and confident.
Exactly. That's one of the struggles I ran into when I was fighting is everybody I fought was so much taller than me, so I had to be in there.
Yep.
I had to be tight. I had to wrestle.
Oh, here we go.
Look at that. Let's see what she can do here from the bottom. And look, she likes that high guard. It's very good.
You think she's trying to sweep? She is trying to go. She's going to try to sweep her?
Yeah.
She's going to.
And you know, I saw her lock up the body triangle from this position. I don't know if she's trying to go for like a dead orchard where she locks up the shoulders.
Hey.
So once you lock up both shoulders, I mean, both arms.
Maybe
see, right
she
here.
is.
See?
Maybe she
yeah,
is.
see? And she can go for an arm bar with either arm.
And if she keeps posturing up, she'll run right into it as she's coming up. If she times it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. She might be baiting her.
Yeah. See, she likes that high guard.
Yeah.
Natalia's doing a good job with that form. It's making Lori uncomfortable.
Well, it's making her change her game up. She's
Right.
got to grab that arm now and start dealing with that as opposed to doing what she wants. It's a really smart move. She puts a lot of pressure. These girls are fighting a great fight.
I don't know if I like that referee's decision to stand him up. You know, I feel like Lori was working a little bit from the bottom. They were at a bit of a stalemate, so I understand it. But
yeah,
Natalia's so much more dominant here on the top. You know, and here we go. Lori's working some half guard
and
stuff.
we got half guard
Natalia.
now, so this is new. 10 seconds. This is a good fight. Yeah, I'm going to give that one of the fights of the night. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've loved every fight that the guys have fought tonight. But for the most part, you know, there was either a lot of takedowns with the guys.
Right.
And a lot of kind of just, you know, you could tell they're still learning and coming to their own, which is a beautiful thing and fantastic. And there was a lot of great other guy fights that they had them together. But this fight was extremely well-rounded from the ground up. You know, we had sweeps, we had jits, we had armbar attempts.
And the other thing is like, you know, fight one, split decision wrestling when fight two was a draw and the guy lost a point. You know, fight three, the doctor stopped it. Fight four was an armbar. You know, the fight before this, I said it could have been fight of the night because it was a little intense, but I definitely think that this one takes fight of the night regardless of whoever wins.
Yes, absolutely.
Who would you say took this fight? Who would you say took this W?
To Natalia, just because she was a little, you know, Lori, she did a fantastic job. When she was on the ground, you could tell how comfortable she was. When she was up in the air, she just kind of charged.
Right.
Which was great because she was on it and tough, but I liked her movement and the comfortability she had, and her kicks and her punches were just a little more well-rounded. And then I did like, even though she got taken down, when Lori was attempting stuff, she was smart enough to get out when she needed to and then immediately stand back up. She stayed in her zone and didn't get taken in.
Exactly. I agree with you. I think that Natalia definitely controlled the tempo and the pace of this fight the entire time. I would say Lori did a great job, but everything Lori was doing was almost a response, a reaction.
Absolutely.
So I do give this fight to Natalia, but both fighters came out strong. Man, I give it to Lori. She was taking some shots and she still kept moving forward.
She did. Every time,
very
you know, that's
impressive.
actually really true. At the beginning of every round, Lori was the one that charged right at her, like without thought or question, just kind of moved forward and took it. I mean, look at these. Both of these girls are in shape and ready to go. You know, it was a cool fight. It was a great fight.
It's impressive by both fighters.
And what's their record? What do we got?
So right now, Lori is actually 0-1 currently, and Natalia Spies is 1-1.
Wow, good for them.
Still young in the game.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of growth.
A great opportunity. You know, the thing that I love about this amateur kind of thing is like, you know, your record is so irrelevant when it comes down to turn pro. You know, you end up 0-0, and whatever you've learned along the way. I mean, when we used to sit around, Dominic Cruz, I mean, he used to be one of my best friends, and we used to just sit around and chop it up. And the dude in high school was an average wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like, fighting was never on his radar.
Right.
He was just an average wrestler kind of cruising around. If anybody would have told him that he was going to end up being a world champion and then everything else he was through all of his injuries and all of that, you would have never anticipated a guy this small would have been that big.
Right.
You know, but and again, that man's mindset is beyond. And so I think it's really cool that these girls come in here every day and just kind of learn and suck it up and have the opportunity.
Right,
to do all this
and
stuff.
you know, and it's incredible when you find somebody that finds their niche and their passion and how far they take it. You know.
Yeah. They know.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, everybody else is telling me one thing, but this is me.
This is what I want to do.
No idea.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you know, like, in all honesty, I just took a headset from a man that holds that story to a T.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was here in training at a gym, he was with me, and there wasn't a single person in that gym, including me, that thought he would have ever made the UFC or Bellator or anything else. But Crutch looked at us every day and told us otherwise, and he was the one fighting for world titles in Bellator, you know.
And Natalia Spies brings home that W as we predicted. Both fighters did a great job. And, man, I think Lori Clark needs to hold her head high because she went after it.
Yeah, I'm in full agreement. I think it was a great fight for both of them. I don't think any of them have anything to be ashamed of. That was an awesome performance from the two of them, especially with their records to put on a fight like that. I mean, that's just a testament to how much they've grown from the last fight, I would assume. Like, that was a beautiful performance.
Right.
Seriously. You know,
Right.
That doesn't show fighters that are 0-1 or whatever. All right, who's the next one?
Jacob Hunter and Jose Nuno.
That's who I'm here for.
Got it.
This is the one I came to see. My buddy Jose. Super proud of this guy. He's lost 100 pounds, and he's still a heavyweight. Worked so hard. And he told me he was fighting, and I just was like, there's no way we're missing this.
Get me here.
What an accomplishment.
First off, my husband and my coach Lenny.
Awesome.
You already can look, man. I told him, like, when you lose 100 pounds, you already won. You know, like, you're good.
That's why
We're
I keep
starting
coming
you
back
off
to
just, we're
California.
giving
I
you
have
a
everybody
W
out
in the
here as
beginning,
well.
like,
We keep
let's
kind of
go.
growing,
That's
and I'm so
hilarious.
excited to show you guys the future. And of course, the family, my parents, my sister. My parents haven't missed one fight. One, because I didn't tell them, but they've been to every single fight.
Is that Mom right there?
That's Mom right there, and you can hear Dad in the background, and they'll be to every single one. So I thank everybody, the family, all my training partners who have put in those tireless hours to help me get here, and I couldn't be more grateful for everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, expect big things from this woman right here, Natalia Spies.
If you guys don't know, we do a lot of contests and we try to add a lot of value to our fighters. So Natalia Spies at the last show sold the most tickets with her code. So she actually won a sponsorship with Forever Green Market, who's back in the back. Check them out. CBD Company, our newest sponsor. You guys, they have amazing deals for you tonight only at Epic Fighting. Every Epic Fight, they're going to be back there giving you guys the biggest discounts they ever give. And they're going to have a code. If you guys use code EPIC online, you guys will get a discount as well. She won not only the sponsorship with them, but also she gets to ride in the Epic Fighting McLaren that you see outside because she,
Seriously,
because she
like,
sold the
all
most tickets
fighters
with her
coming
code.
from,
So
like LA and stuff, this is the way
for
to do it.
tonight,
They all the other
whoever
teammates
sold
to
the
sit
most
at the crib
tickets
and
with their
watch
code
it.
will also
It's
win
brilliant.
those same two prizes, and whoever wins Fight of the Night. So we want you guys to tag who you think won Fight of the Night, tag Epic Fighting, tag the fighter that you thought won, and put hashtag Fight of the Night. They're going to win a huge trophy, a sponsorship, and they're going to get to ride in the Epic McLaren, just like Natalia. So we appreciate you guys here. We're going to have a quick intermission, but before that, we want to interview some very important people and give some acknowledgement.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the cage an absolute legend. This man is the most decorated American jiu-jitsu artist in our history. I'd like to bring up to the cage the one and only Boogeyman, Dean Lister. All right, here he comes into the cage, the Boogeyman, ladies and gentlemen. Don't leave your feet, ankles, legs, anywhere near this man right here. Dean, you are an incredible jiu-jitsu artist, most decorated artist in the history of America, and an incredibly humble man as well. What do you think? You've been a huge supporter of Epic Fighting. What do you think of how far Epic has come and what we are doing for the community and these young fighters coming up?
It's incredible. I don't know how to describe it. It's, you know, when I was young, they didn't have this kind of opportunity. It's incredible that these young athletes get this opportunity. It's great to see them. I don't know much more to say, so.
And you, Dean, are from the old school. I mean, you've been doing this for a long, long time. Great UFC fighter as well, champion in other leagues and divisions. You are an incredible role model. And like I said earlier tonight, you are one of the best coaches that I've ever had in my history of training with jiu-jitsu. And it couldn't be from a more humble guy. Dean, we really appreciate you at Epic, and we support you and your journey all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, how can we follow Dean Lister on Instagram, Facebook? How can your fans get in touch with you?
Dean Lister, BJJ. That's it.
There it is, Dean Lister, BJJ. Also wanted to add the son of a colonel in the United States Marine Corps as well. Props off. I'm a captain in the Marine Corps. Dean, you've come from a Semper Fi background. Let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for all of our armed forces.
Hoorah!
Hoorah! The boogeyman, ladies and gentlemen, Dean Lister. Last of all, Dean, real quick, what advice would you give to our up-and-coming fighters out there? Our kids who are at the matches here, watching, seeing this level, and wanting to make this a career. What advice would you give to them on how to reach the top and the pinnacle like you have?
I'm not saying I reached anything, but the hardest thing is you go through some losses and people say, oh, you suck, you lost, whatever, and you say, fuck those motherfuckers, you know?
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself. If you don't quit, you will eventually become better. Every time you lose or you fight or you win, you get better. As long as you understand that and you believe that you are becoming better, you have succeeded.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only boogeyman, Dean Lister, over 300 wins in grappling by footlock, which is incredible. This man is the king of the legs. Leave it out there. He will snap it up for dinner. All right. Thank you, brother. The boogeyman, Dean Lister, everybody. All right, DJ, let's cue the music. Let's get our epic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're on right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, incredible night of fights so far. We have 2 more fights left. 2 more fights left.
I'm excited. This next one coming up is going to be the heavyweight boys. So I'm a fan. Old heavyweight. I'm ready to see these boys get a little bangy with it.
So tell us about your guy that you came here to watch. Tell us a little bit about him.
So my buddy Jose, man, I'm really excited. And this is like a testament to anybody who really just loves fighting. Even if you want to just try it out and give it a shot, this guy has not been training for any longer than 6-ish months. He lost 100 pounds. And he wanted to push himself at a little something. So obviously, Jonix, he got with an absolutely brilliant coach who was able to push him in the right direction. And 6 months later, man, he's out here getting ready to fight his first amateur fight. I mean, I couldn't be more proud of the guy.
You know, cool. Like you said it earlier, you know, when you lose 100 pounds, you kind of won already. You know, I couldn't agree with that more. That's incredible. And how long did it take him roughly to lose that 100 pounds? What would you say?
I think it took him like 10 months to a year. I mean,
That's still a lot.
It's a lot, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he busted his butt. He worked hard. He ate right. I mean, he did all the right things. He didn't cheat his way through it.
Right.
You see him in the gym literally 6 hours a day. And he does go to work all day long. But, I mean, he finds time before, in the middle, and after. He just got absolutely addicted with it and turned it into his little passion. From there, we literally one day I was holding mitts for him as a joke, and I told him, I'm like, man, you have heavy hands. And you know, as a fighter, like, some guys just have naturally heavy hands.
Right.
And I don't know if it was the excess weight he had that he had lost or whatever, but he maintained that feel. So I was like, man, if this is something you're interested in, the worst you can do is go give it a shot and go to Epic and see what happens and just have an amazing time. And He found somebody. He's coming out here, and 6 months later, you know.
That's awesome.
So literally 18 months later, 100 pounds down in his first amateur fight.
That's
What a
crazy.
blessing.
That takes a lot of dedication because, you know, like, I honestly think it would have been easier if you told me, like, oh, he lost 100 pounds in, like, the last 3 months. Like, that's a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
But, like, to do it over the span of 10 months to a year, that means that you're doing it right. Like you said, you're losing about, like, 10 pounds a month, which is what you're looking for when you're trying to cut weight healthy, but you're consistent, and you're consistent for a long time. And that's what a lot of people can't maintain.
And, you know, I think that, and this is another aspect to fighting in general, is anybody can do this. It doesn't matter if you're tall or short, fat or skinny, big or small, purple, green, orange, yellow, white or black. It's all irrelevant. It's the time that you put in. This is a sport that it breeds athletes.
Right.
Right? The harder you work and the bigger your heart, the better you're going to be.
Right. And that's the thing that I've talked about before is, like, people have asked me, you know, like I was in the Marine Corps for 9 years, and I fought while I was in the Marine Corps. People were like, why do you fight, though? Like, I don't get it. The thing is with fighting is there's no hiding from the work that you didn't do, right?
Right.
They're going to lock that cage, and if the guy across from you worked harder than you, you're gonna learn your lesson.
And everybody else is gonna know really fast.
Really fast.
Right?
Immediately.
That's something you cannot fake.
Right.
It's just, you can't fake fighting. Right? The effort you put in, it shows on this mat. And there's nothing you can do about it. Within the first 30 seconds, we're going to go, this man took it seriously or he didn't.
Right.
And now he's in a world of hurt if he
Right.
didn't. You know? 'Cause
Exactly.
the other man, if you fight me, I took it seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's go have some fun.
Oh, man. Incredible night here at Epic.
Beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful sport, beautiful family, awesome event. Can't beat this. Great sponsors.
I know.
Doesn't get much better.
This is like the perfect spot for this.
It really is.
You know?
Yeah, I'm not mad about this, man. You know, being a fight fan, being able to sit right here next to you and just kind of hang out and watch these fights is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great time. I love it. Every time Epic comes around, I'm like, oh, I can't wait.
Right?
I can't wait. Dude, I started off doing this, and I was like a fill-in commentator because I also have a podcast that I do, and I fought for them before, and then they were like, hey, you got your podcast. You want to try to commentate? I was like, sure. And then one of the commentators didn't show up, and they're like, hey, you're just gonna jump in. I was like, okay. And they like me, and they've kept me ever since, and it's worked out, man. You know,
That's
I
awesome.
love it. I love it. You know, my wife comes, she just sits next to me and chills.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, she's with me on.
Cool is
Yeah,
that?
I know.
You know, it's such a blessing. This is a testament to how much we love it, right? Because you obviously work all day or do whatever it is you do, but you thoroughly want to come here and do this. And it doesn't matter if it goes from, and trust me, for everybody that doesn't come to these things never start on time, no matter how much that we want them to. I don't care if they tell you the event is over at 11. It's going to be over at 1:30. I promise you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just the way it works. That's the way it works.
And we genuinely don't look at our watches. We don't go, when's the next person coming on or when is this over? We just sit here. We're all a big family. We all have this thing in common and we thoroughly love it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it makes you humble and it makes you confident. This sport makes you confident, which in turn, it gives you a sense of humbleness.
Right.
That you could never, we're a lot different men when we walk into a thing and we talk about fighting as opposed to knowing we can.
Right,
Do you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? We have
Yeah.
a sense of calmness about
Right,
ourselves that
right.
we don't have to prove.
Yeah. You see somebody and, like, you know that they're a fighter, you're like, what's up, man? And, like, you guys, you know, we just stay in the corner and mind our business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the quiet ones I worry
Yeah.
about. All right, Daniel, here we go,
All right,
man.
here we
Jose's
go.
walking into the ring.
Now, in the red corner, he already walked out. We have Jacob Hunter. He's an independent fighter. He's making his MMA debut. In the blue corner, currently getting Vaselined up, is Jose Nuno. Is that how I say it?
Oh,
Nuno?
yep. Nuno.
Jose Nuno, fighting out of Team Perusa. He's also making his MMA debut here tonight.
He's got Jonix in his corner, which is really cool. The guy's a savage. He's a really, really good coach and knows his stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how fast he progresses, boy.
This guy looks like he is in shape and ready for this. I will tell you what. You must have really inspired him, man.
I'm nerdy right now. I'm ear to ear, giggly, smiley right now. This is just, it's a cool thing. Like, you know, he's fit and ready to go. So we're excited for this.
All right, ladies
All right, these are the big boys.
Main event of the evening. Sponsored by Ray Milano and Milano Designs for all of your design needs. This is 3 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Introducing our first warrior. Fighting out of the red corner, this man of mixed martial arts, making his MMA debut. He stands 6 feet, 5 inches tall, and weighs already 298 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jacob Hunter! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, this man of mixed martial arts, making his MMA debut. He stands 6 feet, 4 inches tall, and weighs already 254.8 pounds. Representing Team Parusa, give it up for Jose Nuno!
All right. I might be a little excited.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. This is what we're here for.
Yeah. All right, here we go. You know, you know this better than anybody, but when it was our turn to fight, don't get me wrong, I was nervous, but when my buddies fight, I'm a hot mess.
Yeah.
Like it's over. Got back sweat.
Yeah, I struggle to not, have one-sided commentary when I commentate my friends' fights. Here we go. Push kick by Jose.
Yeah.
Good push.
Oh, good. Oh,
solid left hand. Solid left hand. Oh,
he
solid
clipped him.
right
He clipped
hand.
him.
Wow, Jose Nuno's not phased at all. He seems
Straight-
more
straight
confident
twos.
as he
Yeah.
moves forward. Wow,
Hey!
look at that head movement.
Again!
Oh, wow.
Okay, so he put a jab with an overhand right, back with a jab and an overhand right. Pause. I think he was pretty much done, but he ripped him with a hook, and that'll be a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, and you know what? That happens. The fight wasn't over. The ref didn't stop it. They tell you in the fighters,
to fight through
the
it.
fight meeting, they say you got to defend yourself at all times.
Well, this was a tricky one. I give the credit to Jose actually because the ref was kind of slow moving, and you don't want to give the opportunity to the other fighter to kind of. We can get shocked for a second and bounce back and be fine.
Right.
Really quick. It happened 3 fights ago with your teammate.
Right,
we were just talking about
exactly.
it. And so he did take a second. He did look at the ref, and the ref stayed there and paused. He made the right move. You know, it's just But I'll tell you, man, he actually put his punches together very smoothly.
Yeah. Let's watch the replay real quick. So this is like left hand, left hand. And look, he pauses. Boom. Yeah. And you know what? You got to defend yourself at all times, And it's unfortunate that, this happened. He was hurt. He was hurt.
Right there.
He was hurt,
Yeah.
But, in a fight, you're just fighting, Yeah, it's unfortunate.
The boys fought well. This guy came out all right. He just got caught on the first punch, and it kind of changed everything for him. That straight right to the jaw, lower jaw, right over here.
Right. And you could see the expression on his face. He didn't like it.
Yeah.
He didn't like it. But this is the sport. This is how it goes.
Hey, good for him.
But congratulations to Jose Nuno. Solid, dominant performance in the first round. And Jacob Hunter, I hope this doesn't discourage him from the sport. I hope he takes this as a learning curve, and you go back to the gym and you get better, And we talked about it, right? People come here and they try the sport out, and sometimes you find out it's not for you. Sometimes you learn how to fix the mistakes that you made and you grow, But it's okay. It's okay. Someone loses.
Yeah, I think the biggest misconception of the sport is that we're fighters and all we do is fight, and I think that's the biggest misconception is that we're actually more of a family than we are fighters because you only fight, even if you're an active fighter, you only fight once every 3.5, 4 months.
Right.
I mean, let's just psychotically Donald Cerrone, then you're fighting every 2 months. It's just bananas, crazy. But for the most part, you're fighting 3-4 times a year, but you're in the gym
every day.
Or every day. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, we genuinely spend more quality time together than we do this.
Right.
And so, yes, we want all of these fighters to And that's the whole point of not being discouraged. Everybody that is interested in MMA should go out and give it a shot, because it is more of a family environment than it is a fighting environment.
Absolutely.
Right? And we all want the best for every fighter. You rarely see two competitors that finish and don't shake hands or say congratulations or don't congratulate the other coaches. It's just a respectful sport.
Right. Yeah.
So, man, we do hope he's okay.
Yeah, I hope Jacob Hunter's all right. I understand he's frustrated, he's angry, and it happens. I don't think that Jose Nuno meant to, go after him like that while he was out.
Nope, not at all. I think he just put some really anytime you're in the ring for the first time and you're able to put together some really clean punches, and the guy pauses for a second, and you're smart enough to take a look at the ref, and make sure it was okay. The ref
pause. He did pause. He's like,
the ref didn't give him a single sign, and so he went back and ripped. He did the right thing. There needs to be a quicker reaction on the ref. I'll figure out. But I mean, that was a great fight for both of them. Yeah, pumped.
It's awesome. He's a big guy.
He's a big boy. I'm a big boy. He's a big boy.
You can tell he's coached by the legend, Coach Jonix, right there. What would you like to say to your coaches that have been with you the whole way and leading up to this historic moment in your life?
I want to thank my coach, first of all, and my teammates. I mean, I'm up against the toughest guys here in San Diego. I mean, it's hard to find some heavyweights to go bang some rounds with, and really happy I came with this guys. And there we go. Thanks everyone for coming out. Yeah.
Tell us about the family stuff you were just talking about.
Where did that come about?
He's been in the gym for 6 months, and
defending that nickname very, very well.
Just having bodies and teammates that are willing to work with a big man who hits extreme. I mean, obviously,
that name just happened
hard.
right now.
There we go.
Nobody wants to go in and work with a man that big.
I love it.
And that's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal to have that feeling.
You know what I want you
I'm just going to take it one day at a time. I'm honestly ready to get to another fight. I mean, I feel great. Yeah, let's see what happens.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Team Perusa's own Jose Nuno, the Prodigy.
All right, I'm going to go.
Great fight. Go ahead, do your thing. You going to come back for the last one? Yeah, all right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a little break here and come back with our main event of the evening. You guys have been incredible. One more fight. One more fight. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible night of fights. It started out slow, a lot of even fights, a lot of even things going on. We ran into somebody that got a draw and they lost the point. We had a doctor stoppage. We had an arm bar. We had, a possible fight of the night running with a decision, another fight of the night running with another decision, and that right there, Jacob Hunter versus Jose Nuno, we had a knockout, a straight, I guess it was a TKO, but a knockout nonetheless. Incredible showing tonight, and we still have one more fight. Our main event of the evening is John Brumley versus John West Coast Molina. Now, John West Coast Molina is a veteran here at Epic. I have seen him fight twice, and you're in for an incredible show. John Brumley is 1-1, and I'm sure he's going to bring it as well. This is going to be a welterweight fight at 170. They will be wearing shin guards, and it will be 3 2-minute rounds. What an incredible night here in San Diego. I had the opportunity to talk with Juliana the Killer Miller, Shane the War Rider Crutchin, and even Rich Power. And I believe Rich Power is on his way back right now. He's just congratulating his teammate in the corner. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you guys are enjoying the challenges that you're able to do on Facebook. Make sure you share the page, make sure you follow the page, and make sure you continue to watch the fights and support Epic Fighting. Today is Epic 42 in sunny California, and I'm going to give you online contest number 4. Click going to Epic 43 on the Facebook event page for your chance to win free tickets to Epic 43 on August 16th at the 4 Point Sheraton. The drawing will end on May 18th of 2019. Follow us on Facebook at Epic Fighting, and follow us on Instagram at Epic Fighting. And excuse me, the Facebook link is at Epic Fight. Instagram is @EpicFighting. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and post them on the feed. A lot of you aren't happy with the decisions. You're loving the decisions. A lot of you are putting your feelings out there, and I like reading that. I like seeing that. That's what this is about. MMA is a beautiful sport, and of all levels, whether it's amateur, pro, it doesn't matter, because now, during the sport, in today's society, these athletes are just growing more and more and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to get some people in so we can have some more guest commentators, some more opinions, some different views, and everything that's going on here tonight. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. Dean Lister. Yeah. You're gonna come and talk a little bit, Dean?
Yeah, but I've come to the question.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing. What's up, brother? How you doing? I'm good. I'm good. Ladies, it's Haz. Sit down. You want to talk for a little bit? Ladies and gentlemen, Russ Edwards in the house.
What's up?
BJJ black belt, MMA fighter. Talk to us a little bit about how you're enjoying the fights tonight, Russ.
Yeah, man, real good fight tonight, man, for real. It was nice seeing that knockout by the heavyweight dude right there.
Look at this, just love here tonight at Epic. Rich. You gonna come back on?
What's up, man? Good
Ladies
to see
and
you,
gentlemen, see, it's a great crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
So, Russ, sorry, man, it got a little crazy. Rich came out here trying to choke you out and shit. So what do you think about tonight? What's going on?
Man, the fights are looking real good out here tonight, man. That last fight was good, man. That was a banger, man. That guy's like me. When he turned, you still hit him again.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Right.
So get up out of your seats right now and get those drinks before they run out. All right, go ahead and give us a holler if you're having a good time. All right, don't forget to hashtag Epic42 and take a picture with the Epic43 signs, all right, guys? For your chance to win Epic43 tickets.
All right, we got a question here, Russ, on the Facebook Live feed. They said, who's our favorite fight so far? So far, I have to give it to Jose Nuno, the last guy who just came up. I was here with Rich Powers talking, and he was telling me how Jose Nuno had lost 100 pounds and decided to fight, and he came out and he performed dominantly, and I was very impressed with his performance. I haven't seen too many heavyweights that had the movement and aggression here in the Epic Cage like he did.
For sure, man. That was a banger, man. I was talking to him backstage because he trains with the homie Gilbrain over there over at the UFC gym in Mission Valley. And, yeah, dude, that's the fight of the night if you ask me. That was a banger.
You know, I'd give him knockout of the night.
Oh, for sure.
I'd give him knockout of the night, 100%.
100%, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Harvey Castellanos over here. We're on the live feed. Harvey Castellanos pointing his finger and getting my attention, doing his thing. This is the matchmaker right here, guys. Harvey Castellano. If you don't know what he looks like, this is the guy who puts all of these fights together. You know, you have a lot of people who put fights together that are kind of unmatched, uneven. You see things where you're like, I don't know about that. All of these fights have been great, evenly matched. I mean, if you look at the wins, draws, and everything that's been going on, it's incredible just to see the level of performance.
Harvey's a man. Harvey's a man.
Harvey is the man.
Harvey's the man, dude.
So talk to me about you. You got anything coming up? I know you're a black belt, and you've been training. You got a couple people promoted on social media and stuff like that.
For sure, man. I'm still training, man. You know, just trying to stay active right now. I got a little lazy. You know how it is, man.
Yeah.
You're out there, you get lazy, but I'm still putting it down, man. I want to try to get in there this summer. And I hopefully get knocked out of the night like old boy did right there. We'll put somebody down real quick.
I'll get back to you. Yeah, no, you know, Russ, I've trained with you a couple times, and I remember the first time I had the pleasure of sparring with you. You definitely don't hold back. I did not enjoy being punched by you. And I decided to do what I normally do. I'm like, oh, you know what? forget standing up with this guy. I'm going to go for the takedown. And then that was another mistake. I didn't even know you were a black belt. And then you just got side control on me, and I felt like it was like just a ton of bricks just sitting. I'm like, Jesus, this is an even worse mistake. Now I'm just a laying target.
Yeah, man, I remember that time, man. Yeah, dude, gotta let them know what's up. You know what I mean? Sprawl out on them, give them that weight. You know what I'm saying? Give them that weight.
Well, man, I appreciate everything because, you know, you got me ready for fights. You got me ready for jiu-jitsu tournaments. I haven't been training in a little bit. I've been in school and things like that, family stuff. But definitely, we were talking about it earlier, how, you know, MMA, it's like a family thing. These people come out here to fight, and their teammates come out and support them, and they want to see them do well, you know, and you know, you're fighting your teammates every day, you know. You guys are just beating each other up, you know, and that's just what it is.
Yeah, for sure, man. When you come out here, you want to perform, man. You want to put it on and put on a show for your family, for your friends, for your girl, for your team, and most of all for yourself. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, man. And everybody who gets in here, man, they put in work, and I respect them all.
Right.
Even dude that got KO'd.
Dude, yeah, we were saying, you know, he was upset, he was frustrated, you know, but the thing is they tell you during, you know, in the back before the fights start, they give you, like, you know, the whole meeting, the fighter meeting, and they tell you got to protect yourself at all times. And it's unfortunate that, you know, what happened, it happened, but it happens. You can't be mad at that.
Protect yourself at all times. Yep. I would have did the same thing. I would have gave him that extra one. You know, give one for the road. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Russ, you're definitely a lot more of an intense people than most. I can only imagine. You know.
Hey, man. Hey, take that with you, boy.
Well, Russ, I really appreciate you sitting with me for a little bit, man. I know Dean Lister wanted to get this last fight in.
Yeah, for sure, dog.
I just got to see if I can find him anywhere. He said he went to go use the bathroom.
Check the bar.
Yeah.
Dean's going to choke me out for that one. It's all good, though. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, of course, brother.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. The guy with the feather brought him over. He said he was going to the bathroom, but... Hey, babe! If he doesn't come, I'll do it. What's up? Is it? Oh, shit.
Hi, my name is Ray Malado. I'm with Malado Designs. We sponsor Epic Fighting. We've been sponsoring for about 6 years. And, you know, we do all the apparel for the fighters, the promo girls, ring girls. We've been doing it, you know, for a long time. We do embroidery, silk screening, and you can find us online on MaladoDesigns.com, or you can just give us a call at 619-628-0510.
We're out here at Epic 40 here at the Sheraton 4 Points with Epic Fighting and King Amanpour and Associates, your car and motorcycle injury lawyers located downtown San Diego, 619-333-3333. Remember the number. Hopefully you never need us.
I'm Dennis Morgan with Genesis Recovery, and we've been sponsoring this event for over 3 years. And we just love bringing our community of people to this event, and we just love it. I've been fighting. You can find us at genesisrecovery.com.
Okay, Harvey. So, you would say give this sub. I mean, it was the only sub so far. Yeah. So yeah. And then fight of the night, I give to these two.
I think it was.
You thought it was the draw?
Yeah. I thought it was that one.
What's up, Dean? The draw? The draw? Yeah. You got it. That is yours. You left it. You left it. What's up, Dean? I'm Danny, Dean. I'm a purple belt. I trained at 10th Planet. I didn't fight much pro. I fought a couple amateur stuff, and then.
You know, the thing is like, accommodate with your voice.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters, they can't do that shit, you know?
Yeah.
And some fighters, they don't coach either. Some fighters just go for the big guy. Some, need to go. Very rare.
We'll get this last fight in, yo.
Oh, yeah. Where's the person? Oh. Can I get one here? That's Corona? What?
We don't have Corona.
Okay.
Pacífico, la Heineken.
Una azul. Eso. I know.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are here with Dean Lister. What's going on, Dean? How you doing today?
Hanging out, doing good.
Enjoying the fight so far?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good night of fights. I mean, we were just talking about it. Fight of the night, sub of the night, KO of the night. Do you have anybody that you think should be in running for fight of the night today? What fight did you enjoy the most?
I don't want to say anything because I have friends on both sides.
Yeah. Got it.
It's great to have this level of event to see the graduation or let's say the level of learning is extending. It's awesome. It's really good to see.
Yeah, you know, we've talked about it all night. I've talked about it before, how the level of fights that you see in the amateur level now, it's incredible because these young fighters, they're wrestling young, they're getting into jiu-jitsu, they're getting into all sorts of different type of martial arts from the beginning. And it's starting to show in the amateur realm. I mean, 10 years ago, an amateur event wouldn't look like this.
Beyond that, let's say, by the way, I'm being very liberal.
Right.
UFC 1. I mean, right now, the level today would eclipse what was going on in UFC 1. How about UFC 10?
Right.
Same thing.
Right.
Same thing. Absolutely. It's
That's true. If you go back and you watch those old UFCs, like before they had weight classes, a lot of those fights were like boring. You're like, you're like,
That was the time where it was the kickboxer versus the wrestler,
right,
or the jiu-jitsu guy versus the boxer.
Right.
Now everyone knows boxing, kickboxing. Let's say with some, well, not here elbows, but let's say jiu-jitsu with submissions, with wrestling takedowns. It's incredible. The level right now is way past what UFC 10 was.
Right.
And by the way, UFC 10 at the time was the highest level in the world. It was incredible. So awesome to see this.
Well, thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate you. We're live on Facebook, Dean, and the people are coming in with comments. Comments are just pouring in left and right. Incredible night. What a great showing. We're having a great time. I got Harvey Castellano to my right, Dean Lister to my left. I'm a huge fan, by the way, Dean. When I first started jiu-jitsu, I joined the Marine Corps in 2008, and I got sent over here to California, and I grew up wrestling. I'm from Connecticut, and I ended up, wanting to fight MMA, so I got into jiu-jitsu. I started with Team Quest, and I did my research on the who's who in the jiu-jitsu realm, especially in San Diego, and I saw a lot, a lot of videos about you because I'm a thicker guy, I'm a smaller guy, so I wanted to see guys that were more my style, my build,
Yeah.
So definitely, I really look forward to just talking to you and chopping it up with you and talking fights, man. This is the first time I've ever gotten to meet you, and I know a lot about you, believe it or not. So.
Hey, I don't know what to say, but I don't say I have any fans. I have friends,
Right,
so I appreciate everything, whatever background I have, whatever background you have, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. You're definitely an icon in the sport, a huge black belt in the sport. You've definitely been a huge part in making jiu-jitsu what it is today. I mean, even when I started jiu-jitsu, people would ask me, what's that? And now when I tell people I train jiu-jitsu, people know, all types about it,
Yeah, it's crazy right now. The level, it's going through right now, especially about like leg locks, and the game is progressing in a different fashion. Gi versus no gi, and they're both really awesome. I think gi and no gi, let's say gi, let's say I have a jacket on, I should know how to fight with a jacket on. But no gi, let's say in UFC or wherever, there's no uniform. So it's important to learn how to grapple and fight with both type of uniforms.
Right. And the other thing that I found really interesting about jiu-jitsu specifically was, because I started in the gi and now I'm at 10th Planet. I train no gi. One of the most things I found interesting is like things like the hugest tournaments in the world, jiu-jitsu tournaments like 80 cc's. All these high-level black belts, when they go out there, they always choose to not put on a gi. They always choose to go shirtless. A lot of them wear fight shorts. So that was really interesting to me to see. And I think that the gi is very important. I think that no gi is very important. But at the end of the day, a lot of these fighters choose to go no gi when they're in these high-level competitions. I find that interesting.
Well, I mean, that's why with gi, let's say in a self-defense aspect, with uniforms, with jackets, it's important to learn for self-defense. But otherwise, it's not. So both are good, both are great. We're here right now in a sport where no one has a jacket on. So that's what you see right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And walking out to the cage right now is John Brumley. He's an independent fighter, and I believe he looks familiar. I think we have seen him before at an Epic. His current record is 1-1.
Independent. That's awesome.
Independent.
I mean, that takes a lot of balls.
Right.
To say that. But that's pretty liberating, because also you don't have the same people judging you at the same time, or maybe more. You never know, right? At this point, it's a crazy, as my friend Jocko says, dichotomy, like the duality of, people have pressure on you, but I have no pressure. Well, it's two parts. So let's see what's going on. It'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah, with an independent fighter, we talked about it before, and the interesting part is, a lot of time when you see that independent fighter, it's 0-0 or 0-1. He's got 2 fights under his record. He's 1-1, so he's got some experience.
Well, that's really cool about this. This format, we have the level where fighters can get experience. That's really awesome. When I was young, that was not available.
Right.
Just jump in there and fight. and that's what's really cool right now, because unfortunately, some of the other events look at the perfect record and whatever. It's unfortunate, and that's how it is right now. So we'll see a good fight, hopefully.
Into the cage from One Legacy Training Center. Give it up for John West Coast Molina.
The 170-pound weight division, apparently, which would be welterweight.
Welterweight.
Get some very strong guys. It's one of the divisions, let's say 185 and 170, or let's say in the middle there, of course, because 155, you have 205 as the general weight divisions. Let's say the 155 guys, let's say the pounds. Very fast, but not as many knockouts.
Right.
You have the 205-pound guys, a lot of knockouts, but not the same endurance, and they don't usually last as long. Now we're in the middle here. It's incredible. These kind of divisions, very entertaining usually.
Right.
You have enough power to get knockouts, but enough endurance to have a long fight.
Right. And like we saw in the last fight with the, with the heavyweights, it was a quick knockout, quick, powerful fight. 170. And John Molina, we've seen him before, and he fought last time at 185. And I only remember, I'm a fan because him and I share the last name, and we're not related, but definitely this is going to be a good fight to watch. I'm interested to see on how John Molina performs at 170, because a lot of fighters, right, they fight at one weight class, and then they want to cut down as low as they can, but a lot of times I think that does more damage than good, because they come into the fight and they have less endurance. It took a lot out of them to get to that lower weight. What do you think about that?
You're very correct. There's a certain limit where you lose enough weight, okay, let's say, to get a competitive advantage. But at some point, it's too much, and you actually lose endurance, lose strength. But you're heavy, so there's a fine science behind that. I'm aware of that, but I still, to my day, I have not mastered that. I mean, I've gotten to some point where I'm proficient, but not mastered.
Right.
It's a problem.
Right.
I have one question for you, and one question.
You always get the guy who's, 20 pounds heavier, who drops the weight. Doesn't always look good for him, but sometimes you get the guy who drops the weight, and they're incredibly stronger.
Right.
George St. Pierre, by the way, is known for doing that. He would drop 20 or 30 pounds to 170, and he'd beat heavyweight. But that's the exception to the rule. I mean, it's not normal to drop 30 pounds. It doesn't happen.
Right.
So both named John.
What's that?
Both named John.
Yeah, both named John.
How about I call it John Brumley? Let's call him Jan.
Jan? Okay.
How about John Molina? Let's call him John.
Okay.
So Jan
and John.
Because otherwise.
Yeah.
All right.
Got it.
So Jan is from the independent camp. It's awesome. It takes a lot of balls to do that. It's awesome. I do not look down upon that at all.
Right.
It takes a lot of courage to come into a crowd to be independent. And John Molina, from One Legacy Training Center.
For fighter instruction, your referee.
We'll see. Never
We'll
know
see.
what happens.
We'll
What's
see.
incredible about this kind of fight, you never know what's going to happen.
That's true. I mean, all you can really say is that there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. Well, no, you can't even say that. We already had a draw tonight.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, that's
Usually
true.
not a draw, but it does happen.
Yeah.
So Jan with the black trunks and John with the
red trunks.
Yeah, there we go. That's a general. Let's just go with that.
Let's do it.
Both look in shape, of course. They're in shape at this event.
Right, you got to be, right? All right, they come out touching gloves, and let's see what happens here. Both look very comfortable and composed. Oh, they exchange kicks.
Right kick. Yeah.
Jan, and John responded to the kick with a solid takedown.
Yeah, it's true. And that's the easier thing, to take someone down off a kick than a punch.
Right.
Oh, well, Jan got up right there. Now
Jan gets
he
back
has
up.
an overhook on his left because that defends the opponent from coming down. Oh, he turned away very fast.
Wow, look at that.
Now they're back in the middle of the cage. Oh,
John really likes these takedowns.
He might have had a bad knee from that. I mean, it looked maybe that's a possibility from the fall like that. And it does
John
happen.
doing a good job controlling that far arm with his knee. Let's see if he's looking for a
Jan's
guillotine
looking
here.
to get up. John is keeping good control. And those punches, they add up. But they're not painful initially. But they do
Right.
add up. Now he's up. Now we have the double leg going down. Jan does not have an overhook, but he's locking his hands. Those punches don't hurt as much as you would think.
Yeah.
At the moment, because of adrenaline and stuff. But right now, overhook, he's defending pretty well.
John
has great pressure, though. Really good pressure.
Yeah,
Pressing into him.
he seems like he's a very solid wrestler.
His head position is really good. It's very hard to defend against a wrestler with good head position.
Right.
It's difficult. Of course, you can do it, but it's difficult. Let's see what's going on here. It's classic southpaw versus orthodox.
John landing solid blows. Oh, solid overhand left. John just keeps throwing it.
The round's over.
Wow, that was a solid round.
Good sportsmanship there.
All right, Dean, who do you think controlled that round for the most part? Who would you give that round to?
That round right there was red shorts.
Red shorts, John.
But you never know what happens. The thing is that sometimes you have a fighter who's winning and then lose later. At this moment, this round, John won, red shorts won.
Yeah.
10-9 round. 10-9.
Yep, I agree. John definitely, he seemed to be the aggressor there. He was controlling the tempo, controlling the pace. Let's watch this replay real quick. Which replay are they giving us here? And that was the takedown you were talking about, how it's easier to take an opponent down off a kick than a punch. John got 2 takedowns this round.
Now, if Jan wanted to stop this, it would help him to change his stance. Because if you change your stance, it's harder for the grappler to grab you. It's much harder.
Right.
If you keep your same stance, it's much easier to grab you.
Right.
And then again, it's a fight. Who knows what happens?
Right. But it definitely does throw off your opponent when he's a wrestler, and now he needs to shoot to that back leg instead of the one that he's aiming for.
Correct. Orthodox versus southpaw. Good overhand left.
John is just teeing off.
John's coming after him.
Yeah. Now Jan in the black shorts seems to be very composed. He seems to be.
He is composed, absolutely. Yeah, good overhand left by John.
You know, the thing about being composed and picking your shots, taking your time is, you know, in this match, you know, they only have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Sometimes you just have to let go. John's doing a great job at doing that.
So if I was, that
he
hurt.
drops Jan, and
okay.
Jan's doing a good job with his legs.
Now we're in half guard right now, okay? So I think he's in trouble. Let's see if Jan can recover. John has great top control with pressure. He's trying to pass the half
And he
guard,
got it.
which means get it
Slipping
around the legs. Now he is around the legs.
it's a problem for Young, especially against the cage.
Yep, he's flattened him out, so now he can't
Young,
wall walk.
Young would need to use the cage. Oh, it's a Kimura. There we go.
Oh,
I saw
wow.
that right now. It's a very strong
Very solid
submission.
Kimura.
And you know, at some point, your shoulder cannot tolerate any more damage. You have to tap.
Right.
That's a smart thing. That's what's great about this this event, because, you know, you make a mistake, you lose, and next time you come back and you fight, all the respect for the fighters. That's really good to see. All the
Right.
respect. Really good.
And there we go. Look, there's some respect right there. They're hugging each other, hugging it out. It's never